So a large weathered building stands on the outskirts of South Cape Antoli. A brilliant emblazoned brand of polished steel standing above the door, reading Tinkering Endeavours and Creative Commissions. Tech. Entering through the door sets off a... Well, we can do that later. So I'll have you guys just outside, and you can hear some like mumbling inside as some people are like talking inside the shop.
Well, hello everyone.
Good morning. Well, aren't we an interesting group this morning? Khas, who are your friends?
Oh, this is Thrash.
Who?
Thrash, this Pixie. Pixie served drink.
Ooh. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I can't wait to have some genial and inspiring conversations with you. Huh?
And this is Gideon, whose name I have definitely recalled all this time.
That's what you were chanting.
You're a bird.
Well, yeah,
Have you always been a bird?
I think so.
Huh. Well, that's rather cool, isn't it?
Have you been training the
Nice.
last few
He's
weeks?
so good. I think you've got to do that.
Well then, I will push the door open and maybe something will happen.
Sure.
Be careful, Jack. Clanks often throwing junk around here.
For context, I had originally tried to run Fractured many years ago, and I made a character who I wanted to play, but I ended up going, well, I'm never going to get to play him, so I ended up remaking him in a different fashion in Tim's campaign, which is getting close to finishing. But then in the end, I've ended up doing Fractured anyway, so they're similar characters, so that's why the name's getting confused.
Fear not, Pixie. I am not afraid of Clank's junk.
Got some big junk apparently. So entering through the door sets off a bell, and a bit like you see a ball bearing start to go down a track from the room, and it kind of goes all around and goes to like where there's like a red button by some double doors. But before it gets there, a gnome puts his hand in front of the ball to stop it. Like, I'm already here. Why are you? So this is there's a countertop divides the room, neatly dusted with odd cogs, wires, and forms, along with a catalogue of sorts. As you flick through the pages of magic items, well, I'm reading off stuff. I'm actually reading ahead. It's a magic item shop you guys might have heard. That is in Cape Antoli.
I perused its wares a few weeks ago, but I did not buy anything.
And so inside you see Clank, who's like a gnome. He's got kind of like whitish grey skin, decent beard, and he's got all sorts of random little bits and bobs over the countertop. It's very messy with a bit of a catalogue. He seems to change out in time because there's like bits of paper he's pulled out of it, or new ones he shoves in, like random bits. And he's there with Ironhand, who's a dwarf. I have all these pictures, I should probably pull them up. And he's got like a big ginger beard, and they're kind of both chatting over the countertop, although both on stools as they're not the tallest, both of them. And as I get those pictures, I'll say, yeah, Clank stops the little ball bearing. He's like, yeah, all right. You guys are here now. What is it you want with him, Ironhand?
You called and I appeared. It's your lucky day, Ironhand.
Well, I need to get into the Scottish accent a little bit, and then annoy scat. But, well, I was. What's like a trigger Scottish word off the back of my head?
War.
Haggis.
Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah, that Scotland helps me get into that a little bit. I'm gonna annoy a cat all session with this.
No, you're sounding Geordie.
Am I?
Just go Geordie.
It will morph into many things over the session, and at some point end up as pirate. as they always do. But until then, well, Scottish accent word. Fidget spinner. Sorry.
Oh
That's a bit
gosh,
joke.
it gets worse.
And here you go, NPCs, I've got them all up here. Yeah, so Gingerbeard is like a little bit twirled into two kind of twin tails. He's very muscly, leather kind of apron and leggings, and he kind of has a large kind of metal hammer hanging by his belt. Well, I wanted to talk to you about, well, so you know the royal lady, Princess Byron, who's been around in town?
Vaguely.
Well, I don't have much royalty. Well, it's a bit of a lie. But she's been... she's going to go all over the place,
It's a
accent.
bit Irish now.
It's a little... it turns into Irish as well sometimes. But anyway, you get better at practicing. And, well, she's been striking a deal with some place called Oakhaven.
It's Welsh now.
It's a bit Welsh. I'm a little bit Welsh now.
sorry.
Do I even try to stay Scottish?
Scottish accents are the hardest. I can't
They
do a
are
Scottish
hard to
accent.
do.
I can't do a Scottish accent. If I try to put on a more Scottish accent, I can't do it.
It will just go all over the place this whole time. So she wanted to near this Oakhaven place that's up north. They want to strike some deal. They don't have much iron, and they want to get some iron going. And I want to get some iron going because we don't have. This is really going all over the place. Maybe I should just not go for Scottish and so.
Go pirate and it might go more Scottish.
Arr, this is much easier. Damn, I thought I'd be able to hold this up, but I'm not being able to.
It's just you're feeling the pressure of being in the room with an actual Scottish person.
I think that is it. I feel judged. And so up in this Oakhaven place, they want iron. I also want some iron because we don't have anything coming in with the since the fracture, and it'd be nice to have. Can't do this accent. It'd be nice to get in some more iron because I've not been able to make anything in a while. You know, I don't have any metals really coming in.
Drop your cheese. That's any I have.
Someone else talk before I just explode.
Iron is quite heavy. Are you asking us to establish a trade route for you? Because the four of us will not be able to carry very much iron.
No, I'm not expecting you to get any, carrying the iron. It's more like establishing it. I think I might know where the iron mine could be, but it's gonna be a bit of a trek over. Kind of looks over at Clank's kind of stuff, like his catalogue, and it's kind of flicking through, and he's like, your stuff is so expensive. Clank. Well, you want the best stuff, don't you? You don't want half price or something, you want cost a lot of gold because they're good quality items.
No one in Cape Antoli has any gold.
What do you mean? You guys are all filthy rich. What are you guys going off stabbing people and filling your pockets full of gold?
Do you know how much it costs to run it in?
No.
Me neither, but I feel like feels like a lot.
Well, do you not spend any money at all on...
Oh, I don't pay the staff, but...
Well, sure you pay the drinks.
Yeah, no, I have to pay people to bring the drinks, and I have to pay people to bring the food, and then I have to like make beds, and there's no money left over for me.
So this task is right up your street. You just have to convince people to bring you iron.
I'm very good at convincing people to do things.
Who does the cleaning around your place then? You're saying you do everything?
Oh no, the plasmoid does. Sometimes I made a bed once.
What do you do when you're in?
I play music.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I do hear it emanating sometimes. You're pretty good at your stuff. Wow. Didn't realize you didn't pay your staff. I couldn't get away with that.
Well, he just kind of lives there. He just kind of does everything. I don't even know if he eats.
Yeah, I should get someone like him working. Can you do shifts?
Seeing maybe confused looks in your faces. Yeah, I have a plasmoid who runs the inn. I've been in there. He makes drinks. He talks to customers. He cleans up after himself. Perfect employee. I don't know what he does in his own time, but
This hasn't been established yet.
yeah, I'm talking to you, honey. I'm talking to you. So this plasmoid came from, I don't know where he came from, but he has a, I try to use really big words, so I can't think of any big words.
I'm about to draw my club in my mouth.
Stop the big words.
Thrash. Jelly man. Make drink.
Drink.
Pixie.
Translated.
Sell drink.
Drink me?
No, I'm not a vampire.
Fresh drink.
We need some more nouns in your sentences. So how are we going to get this iron? I mean, you look pretty strong. You can carry a lot of iron, right? Metal.
Metal. Metal?
Sorry, this armor I'm using it. You can't have this armor. Sorry.
Well, I need more iron than that.
Oh, fair. Well, we can give it a shot.
Well, you guys, I said you could meet here because, you at least look for a catalogue or something.
Yes, let us see what you have.
I've got some of the stuff. I'll say I'm just changing everything I've got. So everything right now that's left is get it while it's hot. Otherwise, I'm changing all my. What was that sound?
That's my watch. I don't know why he started talking
started
to
whispering.
me. It's like telling me the
Demon living
time.
in her wrist.
You got a cursed watch there.
Or is it on Discord?
Yeah, so I can read out some of the things in case because you guys have accrued some money. So some of the stuff in here there's some consumables like potions of healing for 15 gold pieces, spell scroll. Actually, I'll just probably should have written this down, but spell
Hold on,
scroll.
why don't I bring it up on
sanctuary.
my iPad and then...
Cool, that'd be
Is it
great.
this bit here?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we
That's
can all
all the
look.
bits. So we got some potions of healing. Drink that, heal back some health. You never know when you need that as an adventurer. Some scrolls if you're interested in those spells. We got some different relics here. We got a wand of conducting, an enduring spell, but we got loads of stuff. Just ask any questions and I can give full descriptions. And prices are all written there. I don't know how much gold you guys have each. Very crude, a fair bit now.
Yes. I did calculate it.
I've
On
got
Discord.
65
Try
pieces.
to.
65.
I can't see because it's on my iPad.
Wow, 65 pieces. You'll be able to buy a common relic or two if there's anything that interests you.
62.
I see you, Mr. Pigeon Man. You seem like you'd be great with a flaming animated cape. I think that would be quite dashing on you. Or maybe you seem hard of hearing. You don't seem to be able to figure out what people are saying.
No, not hearing. Brain.
Ouch.
Brain. Well, I have this ear horn of hearing that helps you hear better. If you're deafened by magic, it'll still allow you to hear. So, sorry. Horn help hear. 30 gold.
30 gold, yes.
Do you read?
And that as well.
You're like perfect, absolutely amazing, writer. You do all this poetry, but it's just
No, I
written,
Okay.
spoken word.
don't think he can read. No, he's not smart enough.
Okay, fair enough. And I've got some new stuff just coming in there.
Oh, yes.
I meant to have rolled this beforehand, but I can roll some stuff now.
How much gold do you got?
Let's
It'll be
look
the same
at-
as you, I think.
What are you? You seem interested. Is it Khas? You said. Are you looking for a common relic or a bit more uncommon?
I was very interested in your common relics before.
Well,
I do not think I can afford an uncommon one, I am sorry. Not unless we get a substantial discount.
Substantially. Well, let's roll up. What have we got here? I'm going to roll 2 random things to see what we get for now, and I'll refresh everything at the end of the session next time. Alright, I rolled this. This is Pole of Angling.
Okay.
While holding this 10-foot pole, you can speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, a line, and a reel. Speaking the command word again changes the fishing pole back into a normal 10-foot pole. Okay. It's a 10-foot pole that you can turn into a fishing pole as needed. Yeah, this is very good. It just looks like a 10-foot pole. Great for traps, but you can fish with it as well. And he'll say, as soon as he says fish, the pole turns into a fishing rod. I don't know if you're one who fishes a lot around water.
It is not something I have had the chance to do very much.
What's this one? Thermal cube. Ooh, that's actually interesting. See, this 3-inch cube of solid brimstone generates enough dry heat to keep their temperature within roughly 15 feet at 35 Celsius. It keeps you nice and warm. Great for if you're in a cold place, or to warm up your bed before a nice sleep at the end of the day.
Regrettably, I do have no use for heat.
Yeah, why is that?
No reason.
He's fat.
Wow. Okay,
Well, formally fat.
Formally?
Yeah.
What's unformally? Informal? Informal fat.
You know that barber who used to do all those surgeries and take away people's fat?
Oh yeah, that guy. I trusted him.
Yeah, he went to him.
What?
It's back to the joke of is he dead or is he fat? Well,
they are certainly interesting items.
Anyone else interested in it? Nice heated cube could bring in useful. You never know when you're going to be out in the cold and you're wishing you had a warm shoe. Hard crowd.
There's a lot of things in here. I'm trying to read them all.
Am I allowed to test the horn if I got hold of it whilst you're doing all this? I think I'm using it whilst you're talking and this shit doesn't work. I don't understand anymore.
Held up to your ear, this horn suppresses the effects of the deafening condition on you, allowing you to hear normally. I'd say if you use the ear horn, anyone you point it at, you hear very clearly. But the thing is, whether your brain can process that information is probably more important than whether you're hearing it or not.
No. I think that wouldn't be helpful. It would probably make me more angry.
Oh dear.
Gideon is trying on the glamour weave cape, but he's quite scared of the apparent flames. It's really making him flinch. He doesn't like it. He's not comfortable.
Damn. Hard crowd. I'll have to get in my new stuff and see. Let's see if I can sell the next batch of stuff. Selling some of these off to OK One actually, and there's a few intrigued. Yes.
Pixie's got an enduring spell book, which is picked up. It's like, I'm the foremost storyteller here. In this wonderful book that you have procured or created, I'm not entirely sure with you. Could have pulled it out of your arse, could have pulled it out of the sky. Not quite sure. I can make an extremely accurate chronicle of Cape Antoli history, so I think I should get a Cape Antoli discount.
Are you sure saying you're going to write some book about our history? And it
will endure fire and flood.
Well, so I'm giving you a discount for that. Or at least give me credit on there, like ghostwriter or something.
I'll give you a dedication.
Dedication?
I'll put an advert in for your store.
Who's going to read a book with an advert in it? Roll me a persuasion check.
Make sure I get this right. Aww.
Oh,
7 monster dice.
But
probably got.
Oh.
yeah, 15.
Well. Now, say it's written by me, you're the ghostwriter, and I'll give you a discount.
Absolutely no way.
Well, the 30 gold pieces.
I will just let my stories get wet then.
Well, gotta make a living, you know. Oakhaven said they will buy all this for value, 30 gold. Well, maybe next time. Clear off you lot anyways now.
What do I think this?
Mr. Clank, I'm pointing at. It's like a sort of preservative, jar of preservative. How much for these?
What is the jar of preservative?
Like the sort of thing you preserve leather with or something.
Oh, so just like some random thing, not actually a magic item.
Sort of trying to roleplay that's the sort of thing that Khas would take as a healing potion.
Oh, okay. What did you call it again? You're saying it's a
sort of bottle of preservative.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Were you two in the session? So
No.
my context and the joke about the fat. My character is dead. And I'm actually sort of undead officially. Already done something called a reborn. So I've come to life again after dying with no memory of my past. So that's why I don't care about the heat, because I'm dead. I don't sleep, and I don't care about anything to do with food and drink because I don't eat. And a healing potion sort of seems a kind of misnomer for me, really, because I can't really be healed. Which is partly why I don't have any healing spells.
But he was trying to explain to us why he was dead. So he lifted up his shirt and had like a sort of autopsy scar in there, which also looked like he'd had like liposuction.
So they've all decided it's because he's fat or was fat.
Well, you were formerly fat.
But
You're not
anyway,
dead.
so I'm just all of that explanation is just for I want to buy a healing potion potentially, but it's not a healing potion. It's some sorts of preservative.
Does it actually say
for
for your
leather.
reborn that you can't be?
No.
But we're role playing.
I'm roleplaying. Yeah,
Cool.
no, I get healed as well as the next person, weirdly.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why I used to grease the. Yes, the finest. This is 15 gold pieces. It will solve any problem you might have. Yes.
I will open it and sniff it, and then dab a small finger in it and trace it along the thing.
Maybe you have like a cut, like on your finger or something from. You got like a paper cut, or like you've been playing with your sword and you accidentally your sickle, whatever your thing's called, kopesh. You got like a little mark or something, and it as you kind of rub it on it, it just
glues it
over.
together. Yes, I will take this. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, good. No, that's at least something out of this.
Gideon would like to buy a potion of healing, like an actual one. He's gonna do some business.
Yeah, that will be 15 gold, please.
Oh, thank you,
Here
sir.
you go. It's the finest, brewed from they're gone now, I suppose. I was about to say there's a nice little hut out north, but they don't exist anymore now. They were brewing potions since the fracture. They disappeared. So I've not got many potions of healing left. So let's get a new supplier for that.
Oh.
Well, maybe we can find you a potion supplier as we find an iron supplier.
Well, potentially, I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe you can meet out wandering these days. Although I'm mostly in the workshop. Well, thank you for buying. Now, get lost. Thank you. For
Pleasure as always, Clank.
Your customer service is average.
Hey, I need to get back working on stuff. Otherwise, you guys don't have anything to buy. Your adventurers, you go off and think, I'll be fine, and then in shoots a dragon and blows you to smithereens. Now you have some potions of healing. Clank's got your back.
Do not think my potion of healing will protect me from a dragon.
Well, I might re-stitch a few limbs back together after the attack, but that's better than no limbs.
Cool. Let's head off. Have we been given any kind of direction?
So Ironhand gets off from his stall and he walks out the door. And let's go back to my place. Let's go to the blacksmith. It's going to change every time, and there's just nothing I can do about it.
Oh, guys, tech. More like tat, am I right?
Clank said with the ears on. Trying out like, this thing does what? Hey! You watch your mouth.
In his defense, between him and the inn, that's what generates the entire economy of this town, which is not a very good economy.
Yeah, there's not much money that comes in with, town's growing, so I've seen some new people come in by it.
They're kind of falling out of the sky, really.
Yeah. I think you two are quite new.
Where'd you come from?
Drink now.
We'll drink later. Where are you from? Where live?
Walk around.
Oh. Where born?
Forest.
Close enough. What about you, my feather friend?
I'm from Dovewood, but I don't know how I ended up here, to be quite truthful. But I'm making the best of the situation.
I know exactly why I am here.
No, if you mention that fucking trial again.
What is this about? What is this trial? What is this trial?
Yes. I have awoken post-death, and this is my trial for the afterlife. It is as plain as day. What I don't understand is why everyone else is here and not also dead.
Cashew thinks that he has died, or is it that his brain is fried?
Oh, that one's been stuck in my head this whole week. You've been singing it non-stop from your inn.
I'm working on a remix.
I do not think you are doing your chances of getting into your own afterlife any favors, Pixie.
I don't know. I'm very new to all this god stuff. Do you have a god? Do you have a god? Birds of gods?
Not personally. But others might do.
And how did you two meet? You seem to know each other. You arrived at the same time. Oh, I see. He was your hat.
I was just sleeping and he picked me up. I just went along with it. He seemed like he'd keep me safe.
Warm.
Feathers warm, yes. I quite agree.
Yeah, that's why you don't need that cube thing.
Well.
Good, well, have we arrived at Ironhand's? Look, here it is.
Yep, we're here. And he'll like wander, he'll open the door for you and get a bell rings as well and kind of you guys shuffle in. And it's immediately quite warm coming in. There's a bit of fire going and you can see a few different things he's been working on. In fact, again, I think I have a description in the Discord, the ringing anvil, which not much of a description, so I'll just... There's lots of, he's got, just the normal stuff you expect. There's a nice fire going in a proper, what do you even call that? Like a...
Forge?
Forge, that is the word I was looking for. Anvil, he's got loads of random tools out, some water and a bucket to quench. He's got all the different stuff. And he kind of heads over to the anvil. And, I'm just using scraps at this point now. It's not got much iron left at all.
Fire, bad. And Thrash runs to get the bucket of
Oh,
water.
He's gonna be like, okay, as you go to grab the water since you run towards the forge. He's gonna like jump in front of the forge and be like, no. He's gonna wave his hands.
Knock him out of the way to
Roll me athletics. Oh my God.
This was when we were in the town. Were you in that
18.
session? We went to the town to burn things, and the Thrash tried to fight the fire initially by literally hitting it with a club, which just fanned it. And then we eventually taught Thrash that water beats fire. And that's what's happening now.
Oh, that reminds me.
Core memories formed
I
about
find this
all fire
really.
must
I'll
perish.
show you later. I find this really funny video that came up on my Instagram today. I very much enjoyed it. It was a bit fire. That's what I
18's got it.
Yeah, he got 14 because he's quite a burly dwarf. And you're trying to knock off guys fairly stout, and short. But you still managed to like elbow him out the way. And
as she chucks the water, can I interject with destroy water?
oh, you can indeed.
Yeah. You hurl the water out the bucket, and Khas speaks a couple of syllables, and the water just sort of fades as it goes towards the fire.
Ooh. Thrash is going to be quite confused, but he might just think the fire's
There's
one
one level
this
1
time.
spell slot already.
Yeah, he's going to just look around like, whoop, and then look for more water, basically.
Thank you.
The fire is safe, my friend. Fire good. Here, fire good.
He likes fire. Why?
Yeah, this is how I do my forging. What are you throwing water in
He
for?
makes stabby.
Fire bad.
Fire good.
No, fire bad. His fire good. All other fire bad.
Not necessarily all other fire.
You see, Thrash, it depends on the context.
Can your brain handle the word context?
No. I think I'll be placated that everyone else thinks it's okay and might just kind of accept that we're not going to deal with this, but just keep
Keep a wary eye on it in case it tries anything.
This fire, it's kind of, he goes over to a few of his, like, one of his tools or something he's been working on, like something made out of steel, and we'll kind of put it into, or maybe there was actually already a tool in the flames already, like some sort of sword, and he'll take it out and it'll be red hot. And he walks over to the anvil. Look here, when it gets real hot, I can meld it really nicely. And
Australians.
Australians are way easier to do in Scottish. And he'll like hammer it down with, and it starts to like bend into different shapes. And so, well, you see, I can make it longer, I can make it sharper. And I need the fire to do that. Don't it's like stand for the fire and it's like
Magic fire.
Oh dear.
I don't know that
I'm having a great time with this.
magic fire good, fire bad.
But magic's a very grey area for me.
That's true because you're literally from Grey Hawk.
Okay.
Well,
Please continue, Mr. Iron.
I'll tell you this story, and if my voice goes all over the place, it's because I've had a long night.
It's the morning.
No,
I'm going Scottish. I don't want to be Scottish.
Yes, I think he said he stayed up all night.
Yeah, it's not currently night, but it was, and it was. I'd been talking with that woman there, the Iron Princess. You know, I wish she hadn't been heading through the town as this whole fractured thing happened.
She thinks she's so great.
You think you're so great.
But I am. I can prove it. All she does is princess things. She doesn't have any talent.
Have you actually met her?
No, she's never bothered to come into my inn.
So this is just what you...
But I've never had it proven to me. Like, you just proved that the fire's safe. No one's ever proven to me that she does anything worth it.
Well, fair enough. I've only met her this...
So, are we expecting to rescue her or something?
I think I'm just going to change the Scottish accent. I don't think I can hold it up. I could do it like, I just fucking go all over the place. What's something a bit easier? Maybe
Nice
like
Scouse accent.
What's a Scouse accent?
Just like,
No,
just
that's
go
not
like
easy.
generic northern.
I can't even do Northern. I'm really bad with English accents. I can do like random other countries a bit easier. but like it's really hard to do.
Russian or Bulgarian.
Yeah, I can do like really random stuff like.
Just go for like generic dwarf, like by Morrigan's hammer.
That's already starting to verge into Scottish.
But that's like verging into, it's not trying to be.
Just be really loud and then.
Yeah, go full Brian.
You need to make your vowels sloppier.
Come on, everyone, let's go! That kind of, fill the room.
Well, so I'm just gonna go for it. So this lady, she came to me and she was saying, well, we got to get this iron, and she was asking me, do I know a place where you can get this iron?
Why does she need the iron?
Because Oakhaven supposedly want to get some iron up trading. They're up north, never seen them before, but they're like, that's, I'm starting to go French now.
It works.
So we gotta trade, and I know a place where it's off. There's this mountain. This mountain nearby. It needs to. Really throwing it to their accent. Sneeze. I'm just do normally recover for a bit. Sorry guys, I don't know why I can't hold these. So we need this mountain nearby. I need you guys to go over to the mountain, and there's I think an iron mine there. He goes into like back behind he's got like some drawers and stuff, and he grabs out a like a compass, and he goes, this is an old compass that would point to so my name's Ironhand, that's my family name, and we would have this old dwarven mine which belonged to the Ironhands, and I've not seen my family in a long time. They used to be at this mine, and I had to leave a couple hundred years ago. And this compass still points to the old throne there. Something I was given when I used to. Between us, I don't want other people knowing. I don't really like royalty, and I was asked to, serve the throne, and I didn't want to. Ended up leaving. That's why I'm in Cape Antoli.
I appreciate a self-made man.
Well, keep that between us. I don't want.
It is very irresponsible of you to abdicate your responsibilities.
Well, that's what they said, and I ended up. Well, it's gone now, anyways. And I still have this token, but since the fracture, it changed the direction on the compass, and it went in a different direction.
So it's like the land moved.
Well, I think that's been established now. But in fact, that mountain that wasn't there before, when you go a bit to the east, I'm pretty sure that's the mountain I used to be at. And I don't know, it must have been moved closer. It used to be really far east from the Sword Coast, out in a more of a closer to a tundra area. So it's weird that it's, of all places, it's moved closer to me. Seems I can't escape my destiny. But I think if we head there, they used to have an iron mine as part of. That's how the whole, place started. To be honest, how the whole fortress underground started was because it started.
So you will be traveling with us.
I'll be traveling a bit with you guys, yes. But
into familiar, but not familiar, but still familiar land.
Exactly. It's going to be a new place up until we get there, I think. But
it's the same old place in a new place.
Yes, it's confusing.
Everything's confusing these days, my friend.
Everything is confusing with this fracture. So I was hoping that as we go there might still be some iron around. It ended up falling into disrepair. I heard things over the years. I believe there was a dragon that
there was with an ancient dragon, there was a big fight or something, and well,
Perhaps I should have bought some more healing potions.
well, I would hope there's no ancient dragon about there anymore now. That would not be a fight I would want to be dealing with. Potion of healing would help you something that managed to defeat hundreds of dwarves and clear them out of the old family mine. So, if there is a ancient dragon about, I would say you would have wished to have bought some speedy boots or something to run away.
Oh, believe me, if there is a dragon, I'm out of there faster than a sinner in church.
Not religious then.
It's a complicated issue these days.
Well, with everything
It is
going
never
on.
too late to start considering the state of your immortal soul, Pixie.
I don't know, I have a pretty good friend now who's a god, and we seem to be getting on all right.
I do not think he will be rendering final judgment on you, though.
Well, where is he judging me?
I cannot see that man rendering judgment upon anyone.
Well, I think you're being very judging of him right now. He's lovely.
I did not say he was not. I said I could not see him rendering judgment on people. He is too busy walking around learning what shirts are for.
Yeah, he's a weird fellow, that Lathander.
There's a god who stays in my inn. His name's Lathander. He fell out of the sky.
He
This
forgot
is-
how to wear clothes.
He wears clothes now, but he wears all of the clothes. He hasn't figured out how to put some clothes on and not some other clothes.
Maybe you could teach Thrash a few things.
Your loincloth.
No,
I've not figured out.
Thrash is just confused about an iron hand and
Oh,
I was thinking your hands are like his hands, but
no, I don't
I
have.
love the idea
So
of
at
this
one point-
entire conversation.
Yeah,
That's
15
all.
minutes ago in the conversation, and that's
He's
where
not
Thrash's mind is.
That's what Thrash does. I love it.
You see his hands are like normal.
yeah.
And they look a bit like silvery, but not because they're metal, but because he's probably been working with a lot of stuff and they've gone a bit greasy. I don't have actual iron hands. Is it Thrash? Oh,
Iron hand.
Iron hand name. Hand not iron. Family not seen long time.
Oh.
That seems to work better.
Thrash have family? No.
Hesitation?
Repetition?
Thrash. No.
What about you, Gideon? Do you have family?
oh yeah, plenty. They look a lot like me.
Oh, not cats then. Not tabaxi.
Your people had a great war against the Tabasco.
Tabasco.
The Tabasco nations, all the cat people. I'm just making up lore for you.
We learned to live higher up, but then they learned how to climb. It's a whole thing. But, you know, we get along all right now. Mostly.
They made it through the fracture as well. Are they still in your home?
Yeah, we get around. Same as everyone these days.
Huh. Maybe we'll bump into them.
Yeah. We never tended to wander very far, but who knows where anybody is anymore.
That is true. Wait, do you have family, Kaz?
Absolutely not.
Like ever?
Once upon a time.
Well, were you married? Did you have parents? Well, you must have had parents.
Yes.
Do you have children?
I do not recall.
Oh. Thrash, you okay, hon?
Is that a tear I see?
No.
Anyway, I know where we are right now, which is still in Cape Antoli. Shall we be on our way?
All my family's from Antoli. I'm the only one left.
You've been here a long time, Pixie. I've known you for quite quite a while now. Not that we talk much, but I do come to the inn for a drink.
And for the entertainment.
Well, yes, you are quite good with a few instruments and the voice. Just not much you can say in this town. There's not much.
This town appears to suffer from a town-wide hearing problem.
You seem to be suffering from a politeness problem today, Cashew.
Wow. If you guys need anything to bring, you kind of point to random adventuring gear that he has around that he sells. So it'll be like ball bearings. Like anything that would be on within the sense that'd be on the stuff you can buy in the player's handbook. So that would make sense.
In the blacksmiths.
I require nothing other than my faith in honor.
He'll grab like a few things, like a grappling hook, kind of a short sword, and some random bits. Wow.
Oh, actually, do I need something? Do I have... I don't think I have bedding. Oh, no, I do. I have a bedroll.
You're getting a bedroll here.
I haven't got anything like oil or matches or anything. No, I'm fine.
I think you guys should have that kind of stuff here. Just make it one-stop shop for adventurers. Have
well, you summon the adventurers. You can give us the stuff. It's not like I'm going to have these things lying around.
Well, I've not had the money through from she gave a deposit, so I'll be paying you for that work. But
there are a lot of gaps in the Antoli economic system.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of hard. She's been trying to really hold gold as the standard here. I mean, a lot of people just want to. Yeah, it's a bit weird with people trying to trade gold pieces, but then that doesn't really work from outside. Everywhere's got their own currency.
I have often given people drinks in exchange for stories. That was not a sound business plan.
That doesn't sound.
Later. Too early.
Do you have any beer, my friend?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't have any beer. No,
that is a shame.
We can go via the inn. I'm sure I can fill up your. You got a flask? I'll get you a flask.
I'm gonna need a flask. Oh, I've got a water skin.
You can't get e-flask.
I'll just empty that out.
Okay then.
Just onto the floor, not in the fire.
Okay, we will stop off by the inn then to get Thrash some ale.
I don't know why he needs a drink today. It's a lot of talking and he's upset and he wants a drink now.
Speaking of drink.
Yes. Stop. Oh, you want a drink? Does anyone else want a drink?
I'm alright.
Oh, sorry, that's so
What
good.
kind
Can
of
I
drink? Like I
Do you
have
have
a
any
drink.
teas?
Tea.
Oh, it's a dog.
Twiggy.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so if we go via the inn, are we going to go via the inn?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
can do.
Thrash needs a drink, otherwise.
Why he does me. So while we're sorting Thrash out with a drink, Pixie will take down the bird box that we got from last week, and she'll explain. I'm not going to do the whole accent, but she'll explain that she and Zarthul and Alan.
Yes, that guy.
And Alan and Dr. Othello went through a sort of strange portal. Don't have many memories left, but when Zarthul, the last one to go through, came back, he was carrying this birdhouse, and she'll tip it upside down and show you it's got all their names on it. And this other name called Ao. So I don't know if that means anything to you guys. And Lathander.
Pixie's shown you a wooden box.
I mean, it reminds me of home. It's very nostalgic.
You thought of that.
But AO
I think
means
you're a bit
nothing to
big.
me.
Just.
Economically, the house is just giant bird boxes.
I
full of
love
sticks.
that.
yeah.
I love that.
It's really making me pine for home. But AO, I've never heard of. So
It's some sort of deity, from what I understand. Lathander and I haven't had a proper chat about it yet, because you started talking about your other god.
Hey, we're in the middle of a roleplay on the Discord.
And then I forgot.
We're like halfway through it. So we'll just say that conversation hasn't happened or got cut short or something.
Got cut short for whatever reason, because
Oh, we got
Ironhand summoned
summons to
us,
go,
yeah.
Yeah.
So where is Lathander anyway?
We can say he's at the bar talking to Ichabod, who then goes out back to... Well, no, actually, no. I can play him if he gets talked to, but he's at the bar.
Talk to the help.
He's talking to the bartender, Ichabod, and Lathander are talking.
Yeah, so Pixie will put the bird box back and be like, it's all, the world is changing rapidly and I have no idea what is going on.
Well, we're all in the same boat, but all we can do is take it day by day, right?
We're all in the same bird box.
Heck yeah. That's one way of dealing with the issue.
Entire pint just gone.
Yeah, well, we'll get you some for the road. How easy do you think it is to get Thrash drunk? Like, I feel like it must be a lot, right?
Plum 17,
Yeah.
a few drinks in.
Yeah, that would take a few drinks.
Cool. Shall we head? I don't know where we're going. We're going to follow Ironhand, I assume.
Yeah, we'll get going and head to the mountain. So he will show you guys out, and if you guys are ready, he'll start trek with you guys to go east. And he kind of talks about how it'll take like roughly a day of travel or something to get near the mountain. And then probably then in the morning, probably can get close enough, he thinks. Some of you guys have seen the mountain before, actually, haven't you? Because when you went,
Just the one with the staircase on it.
yes, right at the tippity peak top, but this is like a massive. It's not like that previous mountainous hill you're on before. Like this is a proper huge peaks. So not something that'll take a long time to scale. Well, we can head that way now, and we can see. I think to get us there, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of walking. You guys are fine with that?
I wore my walking heels.
I have no problem with these.
Extra thick.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Thrash, I have only got short legs, as you know. Care to give me a boost? Step up.
Step up.
Pigeon hat again.
I like
This is a thing.
I love it.
I like how your character's bald because then it allows you to just so easily do that.
I did think about, shall I get a hat with a spike on it?
That's what it looks like.
I'm-
Your head, you just have a big ring lump around in your head like the Lego character.
Anti-Gideon spikes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, little pigeon spikes to keep you off.
Cool.
While we're walking, I am going to start writing a new song. I haven't decided what about yet, but
It'll be a new song.
Pixie will be doing some humming and...
I would like to search for some moss.
Sure, on your way there. Is there a particular reason?
Yes.
Okay, roll me survival. See if you can find some moss. That's hanging
Probably not. 7.
Oof. On the path you're going, there's not really any trees or anywhere where moss would be. There's you're walking a lot of plains mostly. There doesn't seem to be much moss around.
That is a shame. Khas looks disappointed that he isn't able to see some moss. Here you go.
Why are you looking disappointed, Khas?
I cannot find any moss.
Oh, I thought moss wasn't from where you came from. Or...
No, but it is a wondrous substance that I have become acquainted with since arriving in this land.
Ah.
It can be placed in the ears, you see, to reduce the amount of noise one hears.
See, that's fair. I have these little, and he brings out. He's like, I always have them on, and I probably should have left them behind. He's got some earplugs or something, which are I don't know, what would they be made from? Maybe cork or some kind of wood or something. He's like, oh, you know, with all the banging, my eye hearing goes and stuff. Yeah, dwarven secret.
Do you have more of these?
May
I purchase some from you?
You can see a business opportunity here. Well, yeah, I only have a few of them. I got them ordered specially. We don't really have any cork coming in anymore now.
Next mission.
Next mission, cork supplies.
Make a cork diplomacy.
I have a few of them. I don't really want to lose them. I'll give you a pair for a gold piece.
Yes, this seems a suitable deal.
I'll give you a pair of cork.
There's one. I have like a few of them in a drawer at home. These I haven't used yet. So.
You know, Khas, moss also an excellent building material. Many Luma homes founded on moss. Goes a long way.
I see.
And maybe
what makes it good for material for building houses?
Easy to find, and you can stick it to anything.
I beg to differ. I have found no moss on this path all day.
Gotta say, using it as a foundation, that seems a bit rocky. It's a bit soft.
Well, you know, I don't criticize how you build your houses. Maybe you shouldn't criticize how I build my house.
Oh, fair enough.
No criticism was intended, my friend.
Well, I took it as such, and that's what matters.
I see.
He just gotten braver because he's like, no.
Thrash, you like to sing?
Sing.
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 Pixie will play a little tune. And see how Thrash what is she using at the moment?
What instrument?
She's got many instruments. She'll use a little flute. She won't sing this time. She'll have a little flute.
I think that's going to blow Thrash's mind. He's going to really enjoy that. It's like not something that you need communication to understand. You don't need language. I think that would sit very nicely with him. He's going to suddenly have a clear head.
Aww. Well, Pixie will kind of keep playing and try and like judge by his face what he's liking and being like.
Yeah. He's going to now follow you quite.
like a Pied Piper.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to like you a lot.
You wooed the barbarian. Yeah.
That's good music.
Well, thank you. It helps me.
He's also got.
It helps me. It helps me pass time when we're on these journeys. I don't like silence.
Yeah, that's fair. It can be quite long. Walk in for a whole day takes, a whole day, and it's not particularly riveting. The place.
As he looks around, there's points with the land, like the grass almost is a different color, along like a fracture line.
So, at least, you see more interesting biomes and lands. It's keeps things interesting.
If you guys keep traveling, things will slowly, you feel like the temperature starts to drop a little bit faster than you're kind of used to. And it's starting to get a little bit chillier. And could you guys roll me, or just do a communal dice roll here? Someone roll me a D10.
No, D10.
I have a D10. Chloe has a D10.
Yeah, the old
10.
D10. Well, I only needed one.
Oh.
All right.
Cool.
Who's rolled first?
So I'm in my communal.
It was either you or me. I rolled a 9.
I vote it was Cat that rolled.
Cool. As you guys are traveling along, you see up ahead there's a cart with a couple halflings on it, and the cart seems to be covered in meats, different smoked and dried meats, and the two of them seem to be arguing, these halflings.
Can we hear what they're arguing about?
You kind of got fucking earplugs in.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage with your earplugs.
Oh,
That would be 26 with disadvantage.
I'd be getting a refund on them.
That was good. Yeah,
Well, I was going to say
those aren't very good.
Terrible earplugs.
Barely blocking the sound. Maybe you have the brain power to pull them out. To listen.
yeah, the brain power to
and you hear them arguing, and like, I think we should go up north. And one of them's like, no, I think we should go down south. Oh, I think there could be some good trading down there. No, I think we should go up north. And they're kind of like arguing back and forth.
Okay.
And they'll spot you guys, and you're like, I'll argue it later. Oh, look, travelers, feeling hungry on your journey?
No.
Yeah. Well, pitch usually works.
I mean, I could definitely eat. It's been a long journey.
Meat.
I did work then. Oh, I thought, well, fair enough. Like, what the other halfling was about to argue to prove that their pitch doesn't work. But obviously, it then did with the rest of you coming up. Well, we got all sorts of cured meats and dried meats, and we got kebabs. We got anything you want with meats.
Squirrel? Squirrel kebabs?
There's also a long running joke as well. The squirrels keep coming up. Oh yes, we have a whole squirrel section. Everyone loves squirrels.
Are they made the Githzerai way?
Yeah, what's it? Get the rye.
No, it's not going to be very good then. Maybe something else.
I only know over fire. I don't know any of this. Get rye style.
Where have you come from?
Oh, we're just we've been traveling up from down south and like lower to the east, and we'd heard about a few settlements around here, and we thought we'd come by and sell some of our meats. It's a bit hard as a traveling
You
merchant.
have come from the south, and yet you were arguing about going back down to the south.
Well, I think we should because I think that there was a town down there, and I think we should go back south. And
What town are you trying to get to?
anywhere really, we just want to sell our produce.
Perhaps we should redirect them to Cape Antoli.
Wait, I don't really understand this business plan. You just seem to be wandering around with a load of meat. Like, you're halfway up a mountain. We haven't seen anyone in hours.
Well, we had been traveling to another town, and then the whole fracture thing happens, and then we don't know where anything is.
Oh, the fracture. That's why you're in a strange place.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out which...
Doesn't explain why you're strange, but explains the...
Well, I think you're quite strange. Unless you're buying meats, then you're very normal.
I suggest, if you wish to sell your meats, there is an entire town of people who would buy your produce.
Oh.
If you just follow this path that we in the direction we have been coming from.
Some people in that town, Khas, like to eat at the high-quality gourmet inn. We don't want to be setting any competition in there. Put a little plasmoid out of business.
Well, we don't want to cause any food wars. We're happy to come and sell our wares at your Cape Antoli.
Then perhaps you should take this opportunity now to negotiate exclusive rights for their foods.
Have you got a corner in your inn where we could set up shop? I'm thinking like you go into like a big store and there's like the little ones.
You could
on
have
the
a
side.
franchising deal.
Yeah, we will
Where
license
did that come
your
from?
franchise under the Dancing Bugbear Parent Company.
We give you 10% of commission, all sales for your inn.
10%.
Well,
Roll for bartering.
I don't know how much that is because my intelligence modifier is 0.
Oh, that doesn't mean you're dumb.
No, it doesn't. Pixie's not dumb.
you can have certain specialities.
I feel like maybe at the
like
top
Thrash might not understand the
of kind of a
concept of 10%
cold
of the gross.
cold mountain, maybe not be the best place to do business. But my pale friend here is right. You should try going to Cape Antoli, and if you go to the inn and you want to set up there, get the patrons in after they come out from the garden, then if you work something out with the duty manager, as the innkeeper is not there. I'm sure he'll be able to work out a deal.
Yeah, well, we'll go down and sell some meat. But then we're moving to another town because, it dries up after a while. People buy all the meats and they don't want any
trust
more.
me, Cape Antoli ain't gonna dry up anytime soon.
Yeah, with such...
Everybody.
The town is experiencing a huge boom in random people appearing all the time from all over the world.
Yeah, like this.
I was thinking you guys don't all look that similar. You took them all, I don't know.
That is 2 people.
Yes, this person's Gideon's species is avian. Well done for spotting that.
And maybe you should sell some seed.
That's a great idea. Diversify.
Not into meats.
Well, seed first. Meat, if there's nothing else going.
I have some seed that I give to the chickens that I rear. There's a few cages of chickens at the back of the cart.
What? This is like an ethical nightmare.
I fluff up. Say, do you sell chicken meat by any chance?
Alright. Chicken meat? Yeah. We've not...
I'm going to step back from this situation.
Cannibalism is about to occur.
Thrash, march on. We're done here.
Oh, the opposite.
They're trapping and eating his people.
Oh, wow. Did I say something wrong?
I do not think you should have told the bird that you are selling bird meat.
Look, I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do. A chicken, okay, it might not be that smart, but I just find it objectionable. I can't help it. It's just who I am. And I don't think you should keep them in those cages.
No, it was just because we're traveling.
The views expressed by this one individual are not indicative of the town of Cape Antoli as a whole.
I don't know. The chickens are pretty free roaming in Cape Antoli. We don't really keep them in cage. Sometimes at night to stop the foxes getting them, but
that's what it is. Just otherwise, they run off. So you just keep them in the car as you travel.
I mean, they do look quite happy, but then when you slaughter them, they're probably not as happy.
Well, that's how you get meat. Newsflash.
The man has a good point.
Flash, not thrash.
What cured meat? Cure?
What? You mean what meat?
It is meat that has been healed.
Cured meats, I see.
What are you talking about? It's like when you salt the meat so they last a long time.
No cure.
No cure.
Cure hunger.
Oh.
You can see because they're pink rather than brown when cooked.
I'll take meat.
Oh yeah, nice customer. How much meat do you want? You want a few portions, last you the journey?
Journey. Feed. Food.
Yeah, food.
I think he's just gonna get fumbling his loincloth where he keeps his
Why is
phone.
everyone's loincloths also just like a bum bag or whatever? It's just
He's just
It's
gonna
fashion.
whip out a gold piece and he's just gonna hand it over for.
Oh yes, this is I'll give you a good deal. It would cost a lot more. And
from pockets the gold piece, and we'll give you a nice helping of some cured meats, any ones you point to.
Yeah.
I'm keeping a watchful eye on what you're pointing to.
I don't know if I'm gonna know what's what.
Just roll for it randomly. roll 3d6 and have
Okay.
Sam, if you put 6 different types of meats in front of you, and
6 different types of meats.
Chloe can roll to see randomly what she points at.
And
see if it offends Gideon.
I'll have a 1, a 5, and a 6, please.
5 and a 6.
5 and a 6. That's here's some deer meat. Here we go. It's been well cooked and seasoned, and here is some. So I want to do chicken meat or something. Here's some luma meat, and this is some beef as well. It's been some beef jerky.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Now sharp chickens.
Careful.
I am the angel on your shoulder at the minute, trying to reason.
You just see a head put down.
Can I take a drumstick and... I'll just take my meat. Very satisfied.
Would you like a barbecue wing?
Yeah, I'm happy with my deer and my beef, yeah.
Oh, this is sick. I'm not happy about any of this.
I'm hearing a lot of just general rumblings, but...
Grumbling and cooing.
Yeah.
The issue is, Gideon, is that we do kind of need to eat meat. We need the protein from the meat.
Look, I get it. I do. But you could just eat seed.
Yeah, but you need a lot of seed to get all the protein out of it, and it would make us very tired and very... I don't know, I've never had a seed diet, so I'm not entirely sure what it would do, but I don't think it would be very good. What about you?
I do not eat anymore.
Well, what did you eat before? We eat a lot of fish in Cape Antoli.
I cannot remember. I think crocodile, perhaps.
What's a crocodile?
Would Pixie remember? You didn't see the story?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Was Harry's character saw?
Yeah, it was
I think so.
Tinkertop.
Just can't stop thinking Tinkerbell. But well, shall we move on? Will we see you in Cape Antoli?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll stop by for a minute, and then we'll move on. We need to
Why are you so keen to move on? It's probably best to stay in one place these days. We are the official Fracture adventurers, so we move around, but everyone else should probably stay where they are.
Fracture adventures. Is that a thing?
Since the Fracture, we're the ones that go around and have adventures.
I do not remember signing up to this.
Well, I'm here because you're here.
But I am not the official Fractured adventurer.
Why am I here?
I don't know. You're asking why you're looking at me. I don't know why you're here.
We are here at the behest of Mr. Ironhand, who has been stood here this whole time.
Yeah, Ironhand has been eyeing up the meats, and he's like,
Well, sorry. This is nice pick of meat. It's so much fish in Cape Antoli. I like fish, but after a while, you're a bit like, I've eaten a lot of fish, like some other meats.
Like squirrel.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Gitsara style.
These last couple of weeks, you've been selling squirrel, which I guess you get what you can with everything that's happening. All the trade routes disrupted.
No, but it's like it's squirrel in a limbo. It's like foreign.
What is that? Is that supposed to make it better?
I don't know. But the way that Zarthul makes it, it's been flying out the kitchen.
Oh, fair enough. I like my homely stuff, stuff I'm used to. But a little bit of, you kind of see the particular meat, like, I see this is done the style I used to have. I'll have some of this, and we'll buy some. Yeah, we can get going.
Very well.
Well, how many rations do I have? Should I buy some meat?
well,
I've got rations.
I've kind of not actually put any use for rations. I feel like...
While we've been talking...
I definitely would have left with enough, so I probably was not expecting to meet some meat salesman up in my
concerned, like, rations are just kind of spoken for,
okay.
I think, with the way we've been running things.
Can I have been spending this conversation, that I think has lasted maybe approximately 10 minutes, quietly also ritually casting Detect Poison and Disease on the meat?
Yes, you can do that. And we'll say it's finished about now. I would say... all the meats look like they're all quite like salted and stuff, so they seem to all be fine. You don't detect any poisons.
Or the disease, maybe. But
Yeah, maybe there's like one type of meat at the back of the corner in a bag that's like that. All the rest of the stuff isn't bad, but there's one meat is bagged, and you kind of get the sense that that stuff is turning. Yeah.
That's right. We didn't buy any of it, so I will just say nothing and we'll move on. Or just looking out for my companions.
Aww. Hey, did you ever, Gertrude, did you get round to salting the meat in that bag? Oh, did you salt the meat in that bag? What do you mean? And they continue arguing.
Wait, Gertrude has the voice going. Wow.
You're making fun of my name. Given to me by my mother. Good.
You guys can carry on your journey, and as there's anything specific you'd like to do, you probably walk till night, and as you get closer to the evening, you'll see mountains start to appear, and as you get closer and closer, they start to loom over you guys.
Is this looking familiar, Ironhand?
Yes, I would say so. This looks like what I'm...
This looks like he seems to have like almost changed a little bit over the time. He seems a bit more like really taking in the surroundings and kind of like quite wide-eyed.
I haven't seen this place in a long time.
Millennia, really. But this recalls. This looks like the place.
That is incredible.
In fact, I think I might know a good place to stop for the night. If we can, if my memory serves me, and I do have good memory, I do pride myself on that. All the banging and ringing in the smithy has knocked that out of me yet. Quite good memory.
And he will kind of direct you guys off in a way. And up ahead you see, or if you guys give me a perception check.
Rolling dice.
So 6.
10.
22.
Also 22.
Wow, okay. So 6 and 10, you can see some sort of like stone structure up ahead, like some sort of statue. Not like an actual carve, but just, I don't know, you just see some stones he seems to be heading towards. You two with 22s though, you can see up ahead, there seems to be like some nice carved stones in, you also see some like rune patterns in them. But you also both notice something else. You see a shape up above in the sky, outlining against the cloud. It's gotten quite cold now as you've gotten really near the mountain. It's starting to get quite frosty around.
Organic looking ship?
It looks like a long shape with wings. Maybe it's a bird or something. Whatever it is, it's very high up, but it's fairly big. But it's hard to make out, even with a 22, it's hard to make out against the clouds. It seems to have the same color, like a white color, like the clouds.
I will point this out to Gideon. Whether or not it's successful, that helps him see it or not. But then I will ask entirely innocently, is that a friend of yours?
It looks like a dove, yeah.
Yeah, with a 6, you probably would think that.
Perhaps you should greet it then. Can you introduce us for the night?
Well, I can try. I coo as loudly as I can up in the sky.
Have a demonstration? It disappears into the clouds, the shape, after a few seconds of your cooing. Ironhand seems to be too focused on getting up to the onto this altar thing, or this kind of bunch of rocks and runes. And as you get closer, you start to get a little bit warmer again, weirdly. And as you come to this, you can see the different rooms. Some of them are like looking like red lettering. Some of them are different colours, white and stuff. It's like,
Oh, it's a bit warmer, a bit more toasty. It's pretty cold here on out, but this is Miner's Respite. It's a nice little travel place set up between. Sometimes when people would come to the fortress, they'd stop here part way, and it's just a nice little bit of warmth and a bit of protection. There's some spells that will make us nice and safe here for the night.
Excellent.
Does it have beds?
Oh.
Oh my no.
Does it have a bath?
I mean, it has rocks. You can make a nice bed out of that. Nice dwarven bed. Those pebbles over there, can make a nice bit of gravel, I can give a bit of...
I will happily sit down on some of the rocks.
Yeah. There's probably, we'll draw a little bit of we got all this, but we'll say there's a few rocks in front of each other with the runes on. And there's probably a few more rocks around, scattered. Some of them in like bunches if they're like seating and stuff, people.
Sitting, happy.
Rock, sitting, grumpy.
Oh man.
You're the one who says a complete sentence.
Music.
Oh, immediately Pixie will start cheer up and play music again.
No, it used to be asked for it. Give me a performance track. Very good.
26.
Ooh, very good.
It's not bad. I didn't feel the need to put my earplugs in.
What's the level for you to put the earplugs in? Is that like...
What about 25?
Even you seem to be enjoying it, Khas. There you go.
I've heard worse.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I like it. What do you think, Gideon?
It's got a nice ring to it, yeah.
This is a song called Turquoise. I learned it from the earth.
Oh no, the points will go in then if it's that screeching.
Yeah, but it's like a translation of the screeching, so it sounds nice. Sounds like proper music.
I mean, it sounds good to me, but then I spend too much time in your inn, and I've not heard anyone else really play an instrument, so...
No one else is allowed to play in my inn.
Well, yeah, that's why. That was that one guy who tried to join in and play that little stringed instrument, and you smashed the string instrument over his head. That was rough. Refused to pay him back and everything.
It sent me in a bit of a rage, I must admit.
Well, we can...
Now that we are here, who would like to tell a story? Pixie, please.
I'm going to think of a story now, and I...
Enlighten us.
He sets up a bit of a campfire, lights something, and starts roasting some of the meats to warm up.
Story.
I think of a story now, don't I?
How about that one about that guy who got lost at sea that you sometimes sing?
Oh. Yeah, the man of coral. Yeah, so there was once a young man who dreamt of traveling the ocean in search of gold. But this man had never seen gold before. So every time he passed something, he believed that what he had found was gold. He found pebbles. He brought them back and tried to use them as gold. They were not gold. He found sand. He tried to use it as gold. It was not gold. And eventually he came across, under the water, a reef of coral, that kind of orange and colorful. And he took it from the earth. He took it from the ocean and believed that this was something that would change his life. However, by removing the coral, he'd actually ended up cursing himself. He'd removed the coral from the bed of Umberlee. I'm totally making this up on the spot, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Umberlee's a water god.
Yeah. He had removed the Carl from the bed of Umberlee and had ended up cursed. So when he got back to town and he tried to use his Carl as gold, they fully believed that it was gold. In fact, they believed that every part of him was in fact gold. And the people came and they tore him apart until his flesh became one with the sea. And then his bones became Carl and fell to the bottom of the... Oh, no, wait, that's not how it ends.
I was going to say that was different for the one you told me before in the first bit. Good.
No, there was something about oh, I'm very tired. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm sorry.
Stuck with the guy made of straw.
It was just getting good.
No, I am on
a sound moral finish, I think.
No,
not to take things out on yours.
Well, the thing about stories is that they change all the time. It depends who tells you the story.
And how much she has had to drink.
I heard that one. Well, I heard a version of the Carl story. I got it from one of my papa's books. And then he had another book with a slightly different version. That one had the Umberlee bit in it. And then I heard it again from a person in a story. But in that one, rather than being cursed and turning the coral turn into gold, he got cursed and trapped in the coral. And the only way to free him was for someone to break him to turn the coral to gold. It's fascinating, really. Ethnology degree, sorry. Went off on a tangent there.
I think you had me at he turned into gold and was torn apart.
You like that?
A most satisfying end.
Oh.
Is that a kind of story you like?
Yes.
Why music stop?
I can sing a story instead.
Oh, I'm going to ready my corpse.
Ooh, can I actually tell another story, or do you want to move on? I just had an idea.
Whatever you want.
You can tell another story.
So she will sing this one, but I'm not going to sing it. But Pixie starts telling the story of a... sorry, I have to use my memory. Of a far-flung land of sand and... I still laugh like that's stuck in your Tim. So she starts singing this story of a land of sand and heat and dry and of a strange sort of holy soldier holy like not EYY, a strange holy soldier who chanced across a crocodile who was being
this is what you get for putting the plugs in.
Who was attacking a sort of a nobleman, and the crocodile was lashing out, but the crocodile ended up getting almost mortally injured. This is me trying to remember the story. And the holy person, believing doing the balance of life and death in the world, healed said crocodile. But the next morning, they found that the people had sought retribution on the crocodile, and they saw him being disemboweled in front of a crowd of people, and realized there that there was no justice in life or in death. And the balance in the world could never be restored. So Pixie will sing this song, this story.
Does Khas say any of this?
Khas has got his cool thing.
Does he hear any of it though?
I mean, I think it'll not block it out entirely, will it? Because
roll perception.
Earplugs just
see how well with disadvantage.
I was gonna say this is where I'm sad for having a good modifier. 14.
Maybe you'll hear the odd word and you'll hear us singing some story, something about crocodiles.
I think I know what it is.
Okay.
But obviously Pixie doesn't know. This is just another story that Pixie has heard, and she's telling this story.
Well, I enjoyed it. We had a story with Coral and a song with a moral. Perfect.
That is brilliant. I'm gonna put these two together in one of my shows, and I'm gonna use that line, and I'm gonna say, I once told this to my good friend Gideon. He said that I had a story with Coral, I had a story with Moral.
Friend? Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
We have spent a day together, and we have not tried to kill each other. That is more than we had with Bishop Benedict. Buzzington, that's the one. More than we had with him, so.
I heard he tried to punch an ally or something.
He's been a bit different though. I don't know. Since we went through that mirror, he's become different.
Mirror?
That's a whole other story.
Oh, do tell it.
That's a story.
Was that in his room for reflection, or?
Did he think he was the greatest person ever, and then you showed him a mirror and he's like, damn, I'm ugly or something? Or
no.
What is this mirror?
No, we were in Kataska, and they'd had a bit of a situation with some children some orc children going missing, and the orcs thought the people at Kataska did it, so they turned to stone. It was a whole thing. Anyway, we were having a party, and one of the little children came up to me and said that they had found the border between the worlds, which is a giant mirror. You walk up to it and you see yourself, but you can go through the mirror. And my companion, Alan, the mayor, and Bishop Benedict Buzzington, they had a few drinks. As she says, they've had a few drinks. She's going to pour Thrash a drink, preempting the question. They went through the mirror, and that's how we all ended up in this strange, having this strange conversation with someone that we can't remember. It's like a forgotten dream. You know, when you've woken up and it's kind of just there, and you know that it was important, but you can't tell the story of it. And since Bishop Benedict has been in there, he has been a different person.
Interesting.
I don't know if you've ever met him. He has that tent in the town. I never knew it was there either, to be honest.
I went there once about some problem I had.
I thought that was a local vagrant.
Was it a personal problem?
Well, I had a bit of back pain, and I thought, oh, is he a masseur or something? But no, he seemed to just masseur my mind.
Oh, was that when you pulled a disc in your back when you tried to lift a horseshoe and you twisted the wrong way? Because everybody knows about that story.
Oh, I try to keep it under covers.
Yeah, no, we all know that's what happened to you, and you couldn't walk for like 3 days.
It was when I tried to dance to one of your songs, and I busted an old muscle or something.
Yeah, but you were trying to grind on Daisy McCory, so that served you right.
Well, I really like Daisy, though. You know. Well, we don't need to hear about. No one wants to hear about that story.
You are correct.
It's gone quite dark now.
To be fair, Daisy did like it.
What was that? Well, time to go to bed, I think.
Okay.
He gets his own kind of.
I will do my thing where I sit motionless on the rock.
He's going to be lying down, and then you can see you staring, and he's just going to like turn around.
I'm sorry, did I tell you about my deep sleep? I can't remember if I told you
this. Is this in character?
This is out of character.
Oh. No.
Did I tell you about
Oh,
this?
yeah, you had a thing that told you didn't have any deep sleep.
Yeah. So I never go into deep sleep. Apparently, I had like a whole proper sleep study. Never go into deep sleep. But there was like one night where, there was a morning, and Andy was like, he couldn't sleep, and then so he went away and he came back, and he saw horrified him. He said he was too scared to sleep next to me again because apparently I was like asleep, but I was like had my eyes open and I was like sitting up like this. And I was asleep, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. I have no memory of this. And I was like, well, what time was it? And it was like 12:30. So I looked back at my little sleep tracker and it said that was the 4 minutes of deep sleep I'd had was at that time. So apparently I just die.
Maybe it's good you don't have deep sleep then.
Don't have it very often because apparently I just go turn into some sort of vampire monster. So yeah. I'm imagining that's what you're like. And like Khas is like in
Khas.
sleep.
Just
Yeah.
catatonic. Just
Yeah, well, he just sort of goes very still. Yeah.
If I was going to freak Pixie out, she's going to sleep at the other side, away from him.
I think Thrash is really confused that there's been so much talk. It's just gone way over his head, and then all of a sudden, everyone's gone quiet, and they're like going to sleep, and he's looking around like, I don't know, like he's totally not understood anything that's been said. But all of a sudden now he's like, we'll get his sleeping bag out or his bedroll or whatever it is. Yeah, his bedroll, and he's gonna look and think that's what everyone else is doing, and he'll follow suit.
Can I search for a little bit of moss?
give me a survival check.
Ooh, looks good.
Good start. 15.
Okay, with a 15, I think you probably do find some. Maybe you could turn over a rock to make the air more comfortable, and you see it's covered on moss on the underside.
Lovely. I'm going to scrape up a little bit of moss, just add it to my sleeping kit for the night for old time's sake.
Nice. You get nice and comfy
Home
with
away
some
from
moss.
home.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. You guys can.
Can I roll to see if I see this?
Yeah, roll your perception. He's hiding away somewhere.
14.
14. Okay. 14 is enough to see the moss, but not how he got it. So I think you'll probably see him get some moss and kind of shove it down in his bedroll.
I will wonder briefly to myself whether he had that moss in his bag already, whether he's found it. I must remember to ask him in the morning. But I will not disturb him because he's clearly making his bed.
Cool. You guys can sleep for the night, which doesn't actually do anything character-wise, but roleplay-wise. And can you guys roll me during the night? Can you roll me perception checks and?
Dear. 11.
9.
10.
8.
I sleep.
Well,
Is that pretty low then from everyone?
I didn't think that
11,
upon
8.
rolling a 4 I would be the highest. 11 is the highest.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. Maybe the 10.
Actually, I tell you what. Let's hang on. Let me just look up a rule because I haven't done this. Yeah, I'm going to do this because I haven't used it before. So why the heck not? I'm going to use my knowledge from a past life ability, which is something a reborn has. Basically, after I roll an ability check, but before I discover whether it's passed or failed or been told any consequence of it, I may choose to roll a d6 and add that to the check.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, and then it's sort of like flashes of past memory. So, maybe I'm this scene of watching you bed down with the moss and people,
Well, depending, I might have a memory for you. We'll
really?
See how.
I'll roll
well
then.
you
Okay,
roll.
well, you can tell me the memory then, but it's a 5, so I'm now a 16.
The 16 is actually very good. All right, well, I'm going to say you wake up in the middle of the night, and it's pretty dark. You can maybe see that maybe it's starting to go towards dawn. There's sunlight on the horizon, but it's very dark. And you hear like a screeching, and I'd say not from past life. You hear this, and you are pretty sure that is some great beast or something. You kind of recall maybe a memory of fighting this, what you picture in your head, maybe like this big scaly beast or something, and it making a sound like that. Maybe for some reason you saw that happening and you were from afar, but you
I think I would have been seeing possibly a ritualized fight in an arena against such a beast.
You almost like dream this and then wake up to literally hearing it for real, like the actual kind of screeching.
That's
It,
cool.
it,
That's cool.
doesn't sound too far away. It sounds close, but you look around and you're not seeing anything in the darkness.
I will. I'll spend 6 in-game seconds thinking very briefly.
No more, no less. 6 seconds.
Yeah, and then I will go and wake Thrash.
Is that wise?
Well, we'll find out.
Can I roll to see what sort of mood I'll wake up in?
Yeah, you can. That's your decision. Roll whatever you want, and you decide the result.
Okay, I think.
You're having a really nice dream about eating.
Yeah,
your
6
favourite
is
food.
like happy, like I'm gonna. Yeah, but.
Only 6? Oh my god.
Well, yeah, and then 1's gonna be very grumpy, very disturbed, very like alert. And you know when you almost like feel sick when you wake up?
It's
So
like the
that-
spectrum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna raise my club at you and
Oh, I will back off, assuming you'll let me.
Yeah.
You can take a swipe at me as I back away if you want.
I'm not quite sure if he's still awake or asleep, and he's like, what?
Okay, I'm going to roll to see if I avoid this, I think.
You can give me a dexterity saving throw.
11?
Ooh. Can you give me an attack roll, maybe? Just to see.
Attack roll, ouch. Is it a full-on attack, or is it...
I just want to see, because I'm trying to think
Do you
how
roll
likely is this.
D20?
D4.
I just want to know
D20.
the DC, as it were.
Oh, right.
Ouch.
Where's the most painful place that you might be? I'm not thinking.
Probably in my chest. Where
I'm thinking you're not getting like
cut
full
open.
smacked, but it'd be like, as in, someone hit you in a weak area, and you'd be like,
Yeah, it'll
oh.
be the chest where the white is.
Okay, yeah.
Chest.
Maybe you kind of like swipe around and kind of knock you right on the cut or something, and it feels like you get like a paper cut or something, or you're like winded, or you'd be like, oh, like you're fine, but you're like, oh. Which this scary monster that's woken you up is now grumbling at you.
I think is it sort of way like wearing off now my sleepiness, kind of recognising you, and I'm not very happy about it still. So I'm just sort of demanding, why?
I wish I could say that to my alarm clock in the morning. Why?
Danger.
Okay, red alert now. Okay, yeah. Where? What?
Neo. And I'm going to go to wake the others.
Can I have a perception check? Do I think there's danger?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh.
It's Khas. Do it again.
That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. They managed to cock up. Ooh, that is good.
You're awake now.
Okay, that's 20.
Dirty 20.
That's 20. Well, you kind of listen out, and you kind of.
I think I should have taken some damage from that.
Sure, you can roll a
I
d4.
roll myself a d4 of bludgeoning damage. 4.
You've gotten as unlucky as you could possibly get.
That's fine. That's fine. I woke up a sleeping barbarian who got grumpy.
You kind of get up, and your mind's a lot clearer now. You listen very hard, and you hear kind of. And you're like, you know that sound? That's the sound of Gideon's wings make. You've become accustomed to that as he flaps on your head. And you kind of almost get your danger sense tingles hearing this, and you kind of duck as this. Cass, can you give me another dexterity saving throw?
Okay. 11 again.
Okay. As this big, again, it's still dark, so you can hardly see this figure, but a little bit of moonlight glints off. This huge, again, what you can see with your 20, this scaly kind of beast with large wings and clawed toes and long tail, and it swoops over top of like the whole camp, very low down, and you duck underneath it. Khas kind of gets swept off his feet a little bit and falls prone.
Which way do I fall prone? Do I fall on Pixie?
Roll me a d4
I was
for direction.
gonna say I'll just get another. I'll wake someone else up who's gonna be grumpy and smack me again. 3.
So from me, towards me.
Okay.
Whether Pixie, can everyone else give me? I don't know. I'm almost thinking Constitution saving throws. Actually, whether you're sleeping through all this nonsense. Anyone else who's sleeping?
18.
15.
No,
Where am I?
4 for saving.
Oh, +4, so 19, yeah.
Okay, I would say. Actually, would that go the other way?
That means we're just like.
You're just like,
oblivious.
I think it goes the other way. I think you guys are fast asleep. You're just nice and snug, getting nice
Told
rest.
a lot of stories. You spent a lot of time on that bed, like.
Yeah. And these, this dragon. Whoops.
What? I had no idea. That's what I was going to be like.
This scaly flying
It's an alligator.
flying crocodile.
And it lands down like nearby. But so Khas, you've just kind of been knocked off, and you're not sure exactly what just happened. You just kind of like a big swoop of air, but you're able to tell Thrash that this is you. I don't know if you will know of this. Actually, give me a nature check.
Ooh, -5.
You have no idea what this is. You've never seen this kind of creature before. It's way bigger than any creature you've ever had to. Oh no, you've been involved with. It's huge. It's maybe like 20 feet long or something. And it seems to land and kind of look around, kind of sniff, and pull in a deep breath. But it almost looks directly at you, but then his eyes skit around again. I should see his Ironhand as he.
Can I hide behind the big pole thing in the middle?
You can.
Just as you.
I think this is
duck
the
behind there
first
just as
time in
Khas
his
gets to
life
his
that
feet.
Thrash has seen like a bigger foe and is absolutely frozen with fear.
Oh. You can give me a stealth check if you're trying to hide behind there.
Yeah.
Ironhand does wake up, I think, at just about this point.
That's 6.
6. You go behind this statue, and then you're kind of like warriorness. You maybe knock over a few rocks, and you're trying to hide behind it. Ironhand will.
Yeah, probably do.
Ironhand will wake up and be like.
I love that you go back to your feet and then you just.
He trips over me and knocks me over. Khas is not having a good morning.
What's all this? What's all this racket? Where are these rocks? What's going on?
Gideon's
What?
gonna come around here.
Don't shush me. You
I'm
making
still,
noise.
have you woken
You're
up?
still
I'm still asleep.
Oh, is he still asleep?
Yeah, you two
oh,
still
yeah.
asleep.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. She's sort of-
Whoa. Go on,
Go to bed.
get it out.
Use your words.
Big, wide.
3 words.
Need the toilet.
One syllable.
You can go over there. You don't need to wake me up like I'm your parent.
Just a look at pure terror on Thrash's face.
Oh.
And he's
Really constipated then. I know an old dwarven remedy for that.
gonna look round there with his club. He's sort of
Gonna
thrusting
look
to
towards this creature that's kind of looking round. We're like,
Whoa. Actually, you're pointing out now.
they'll kind of come behind you with the stone pillar. Like,
yeah.
That's totally reassured Thrash. This is like something to be shit scared about.
Like
He's gonna get a pebble and throw it maybe at Pixie and Gideon or something.
Can I roll a check again? See if that wakes me up.
Sure, you give me another Constitution check, saving throw, both of you.
9.
Ooh, I think a 9 might be low enough.
18.
18.
This
This guy's got nothing.
If anything, this is nice white noise. You've gone even deeper into slumber.
That was a really good bed you made.
You said it was your friend earlier.
The moss is soaking up the sound, you're nice and snug. A 9, I think you're just about, 10 was the DC for me, so I think you're just about, you open one eye, kind of, it's poked you here, this revolver up.
What's going on?
See Khas laying on the floor in front of you.
Oh yeah, you fell down again.
Well, whether you're back up now.
I'll still be down. I mean, I know how.
Well, am I going to roll over and just see Cat? Ah!
He's come to come and sleep with me. Nice.
What is wrong?
Shh, shh. It's big, it's scary, it's scaly. That's
not very nice, it's not that big. Get all the fat removed.
Let's come back to this. No, over there. You guys,
I will go over there. The direction's pointed.
This is going to go well.
You can roll me a perception check as you wander over.
Oh, sorry, Pixie. I think that's 19.
19. As you start to walk in that direction, you see this, again, this huge scaly... It's hard to see because it's night, it's grey scale, everything is, like the human eye. But it seems to be quite white coloured, and you've only heard of beasts of this descriptions in your stories and fairy tales. It's 20 foot long. How would you react to that? Is that your...
I will stop.
No, I kind of decided I'm going to do. No, I don't think that's fair and Kathy, but the proper, what's it called, that recorded scream that you have in films?
Oh, the jump scare kind of.
No, there's a scream.
Oh, I know you're talking about I think Star Wars first prop kit. It's the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's been used in films
for
so long.
People falling off an edge or stuff like that.
Okay.
No, it's just the scream.
The scream.
Basically the loudest scream you can possibly have, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, I will not be quiet. I will not be.
Am I going to think that Pixie's being attacked now by the...
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Does that wake Gideon up now?
5 at
Hey.
9, yeah.
Oh, 9 just about.
Kaz will push himself to his feet on hearing Pixie scream as well.
Scream will just about break out. You'll wake up. And for anyone's perception, and still everyone who's rolled well so far, including you, Pixie, even though you kind of scream, this thing just kind of looks around, again, almost looking at you and kind of sniffing, almost it doesn't seem to see you. And I'm just well, I'm glad we stayed here with the enchantments on this. This will keep us quiet and invisible, but I think it can smell us.
Oh.
Anyone got something oh crap, and he just thinks of all his bag full of meats. So he's oh no, my bag of meats! Has anyone else got anything tasty on them?
I suggest you throw that.
Just desperately eating.
He starts eating all his
Yeah.
gets the leftovers and throws it
Could
out.
I
For them.
use? I don't know if it'll work. Could I use precipitation to do a fake smell?
Yeah, you could. I think you can with precipitation.
Instant harmless sensor that's a shower sparks, puff of wind, faint musical or odd odor.
Yeah, you could do it a different direction or something.
Yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might kind of try and make a stronger meat smell. How far is it though? 10 feet?
Oh. Well, that's the point. I've got thaumaturgy. Let me just check. Thaumaturgy is 30 feet.
Ooh.
I
think you can do sounds. I think you can...
I can do sounds, yeah. I could do or I can do
Yeah.
But then still within 10 feet is not really gonna work.
Thaumaturgy 5e though, let's see. I can. Loading. My voice can boom, I can have flames flicker or brighten or dim, I can make harmless tremors in the ground. An instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within range, such as
That could be
whatever.
good.
So yeah, let's try and do that. So did you chuck some stuff anywhere?
I
They're-
threw the bone of my meat or whatever, but
He's currently still eating his, but is
Oh.
about to throw it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, when he throws it, I'm gonna wait for it to kind of like bounce or like go and land somewhere, and then I will make a sound of a scream. I'll do the scream that Pixie did.
Oh,
Happen.
interesting. It seems to react to this scream as if this is far enough away from the enchantments, maybe, that it then goes for the meat and just kind of and just swoops in. It moves so fast, you're surprised by something of its size, and it kind of scoffs it and kind of eats it and looks almost pleased with itself. Kind of sniffs around a bit more and then starts to flap its wings to take off. You guys are all kind of gusted by this, and the last bits of smouldering fire starting to relight almost all this oxygen coming in as this thing starts to flap and take off.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy again to make my eyes go amber.
Amber.
Yes.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Good.
And this beast will then completely take off and disappear, and you hear its. I'm sure there's a reason for the amber, and we'll find out soon enough. And the beast will fly away, and you just hear its distant kind of roars.
That was close.
Thrash is just gonna immediately, his knees are gonna give out, and he's just gonna sit down exactly where he's like, oh. I'm just gonna look at all of you for an explanation.
You might be just like huddling with you, kind of like like scary thing happens, everyone looks around, and it's like the two big guys like cuddling in the corner. Well, all under control, yes.
What?
I'm gonna say what we were all thinking. I'm assuming we're all thinking it's a dragon.
Oh, well, I don't know why you'd think that.
Well, that was like a fucking dragon. Was that a dragon?
Anyone,
I thought you said, Mr. Ironhand, that there would not be dragons.
anyone can roll me a nature check to tell whether that was a dragon. Although I think one person did already roll.
Maybe I already did. didn't
Yeah,
I?
so
Oh, okay, actually, I think I might have recognized if it's a dragon or not. Hold on.
Got a 20. Oh, it's intelligence. I got 17.
Nature, 18.
ooh, 18's pretty good.
6.
6.
17.
17.
Not quite as good.
Okay, so this half the table versus that half the table is the same thing. Wait, it was 17 and a what?
17
Sorry.
and 18.
17 and 18. So we'll say that, again, you go, whoa, that was a big dove.
A bit loud.
You never seen that scary before, potentially, but meanwhile, you two would probably, Khas and Pixie, know or recognize that for whatever reason. Maybe that memory unlocked from your previous.
Ah, it was a dragon they were fighting.
And Pixie, maybe you've read and heard stories, and it fits perfectly the descriptions or of such. And you guys know that this is. You couldn't tell what color it is because it's at night and it's all grayscale, so you have no idea. But it was like a lighter color than the surroundings.
That was a dragon. That was a dragon. She's going to be something very, very excited about the dragon.
I do not think this is a good thing.
We just saw a dragon.
Yes.
I've never seen a dragon before. Have you ever seen a dragon before?
Dragon?
That's incredible.
We are ill-equipped to deal with such a creature.
But it didn't see us. We were safe. It was a real dragon.
We were safe in this specific place, which we can now live the rest of our lives in happily, safe from the dragon.
Well, I think I still have enough meat to at least be here for a while, gosh. The dragon. Not seen one in, 200 years.
But you've seen that's. I just thought they were in stories. I didn't think that they were real.
Well, that's a story for the inn. Cheers, you'll sell some good alcohol out of that.
He's very excited about the dragon.
ale will go by the...
Huge range
by
of
the gallon.
emotions.
Pixie gains inspiration. No. I'll start the BG3 style thing.
What could you call that as the achievement?
What achievement unlocked?
No,
the achievement, the inspiration. What would you call it?
I don't know. A tale to tell or something.
Yeah. A tale come true. Tale spelled T-A-L-A-I-L.
I could just imagine Khas also getting inspiration, but with the completely opposite thing. It would be like, the perfect morning. As in, he gets prodded by his mate, someone else falls over him, and then he sees a dragon.
Not a good start to the day.
Yeah, good start to the day, there you go.
Light's starting to filter in a bit more, but it's still very, very early. Like, the sun's not up.
I do not think Pixie's gone back to sleep. He's like proper buzzing about the dragon. I can't wait to tell Zarthul about the dragon.
I sincerely hope that you have the chance to tell Zarthul about the dragon. What is our plan?
Well, the mine is still out a little ways. It's still going to be a few hours travel. I don't really like that thing's around. Surely it can't be that dragon I told you of. That ancient dragon.
Well,
I couldn't get a good look at the night.
How much do I actually know about dragons from?
From your roll of 18, you probably know that the older they get, the dramatically more powerful they get. The smaller they are, the better, essentially.
That was not a small one. Or was it? I have no frame of reference.
You could tell that it wasn't a wormling. It was at least, there was a size to it. It was not a wormling. You don't know how old it was, because dragons can also just different size. But at least it wasn't a wormling. It was at least young or an adult or ancient. You're not sure.
I didn't get a good look at it. Surely not, though.
Perhaps we should exercise caution. How good are you at moving silently, everyone?
I don't know. I've never tried to be silent before.
Yes, we are doomed.
You know how to play like songs for being silent. Do 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 do.
Stuff music. Do 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 do.
It's fine. Just involve you. Just sit down really weird.
No, divinity it. We're a barrel over you.
Even better, yeah.
Whenever.
A giant rock.
Whenever I think of stealth, has anyone played the old Abe's Odyssey games or Abe's Exodus? You just play this silly little dude called Abe who's like sneaking around a factory trying to free all his mates because you're all slaves. But when he sneaks, like he does a normal sort of I'm walking.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you can do a sneak, and he does the most exaggerated, ridiculous sneak where he's like, it's like legs and arms going up, and it's like the least sneaky thing ever. But when you do that, the enemies can't hear you. Can you do that, Pixie?
Well, I have an idea. First thing in the morning, there's been a dragon. The ideas are rolling around our head. We could maybe kind of camouflage ourselves a little, and then if we're moving, then that might make us a bit harder to spot.
What will we camouflage ourselves as?
Moss.
Like with the stone and stuff.
The speed.
Like with the stone, I have a massive makeup disguise kit that she carries around with her. Ta-da!
Yes, rock color.
I am impressed. This could actually be useful.
And then I have I can do some prestidigitation. And maybe try and disguise how we smell, and we can do something.
Yeah. Just out of character, it's probably more like, I don't know, it comes from the French, that word. Like prestidigitation, literally means fast fingers.
Fast fingers.
That was easier to remember, that prestidigitation.
Because digits, that's true.
So it's probably not prestidigitation, it's probably prestidigitation or something, but
It's on say French.
No.
Where's that division?
Anyway, we end that digression. But, great, so we're disguising ourselves. And I will ask Gideon, please show me where to find moss. I noticed you had some moss.
It's like I say, it is quite easy to find. You just have to look behind the rock. Look, I'm going to look behind this one here. I mean, I say rolled a 15. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably perception or something, or could be nature.
There's loads of things you could have done.
There's so many
What
things.
did you roll to find moss?
15 seems like a good
You
number.
rolled pretty well to find moss.
I think I probably found some moss.
Okay, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna pick a different rock nearby to the one that you've done. I'm gonna roll low
With this
here.
advice, you can try again.
That is a 17. I guess
Oh, that's pretty
I
good.
probably do. So then we're like, oh, I see.
All the moss.
Under the rocks.
You've been trying to look on the trees because that's where it was pointed out to you before, but you realise it's all under these rocks.
Yeah, thank you.
Hide under rock, and I'm going to pick a rock up and try and hide under it, thinking that's what they were doing.
Yeah, well, I think you're starting to disguise yourself, so I'm going to pack some of the moss from the rock that I've just picked up, like around the thing, so that it sits on your head. Fine, as long as you don't move your head.
Yeah, I'll
too
kind
much.
of like do some proficient disguise kitting.
Just imagining that as like, yeah, you're going to make like, you know, an intricate, twiggy, mossy thing display over you to cover yourself, because you know how to do that. You're going to do like makeup, like stone and whatever, so you'll look, you know, really proly done. And then, yeah, there'll be Khas and Thrash, who
I think Thrash is on
probably at the
rock
other end of
above.
the scale of disguise.
I do like you getting your makeup out, and it's like all of the different bits of makeup are like quite used in like those tile things, and there's just the grey.
The grey
It's just
untouched. Now's its moment.
Yes.
Knew this was a good purchase.
Great. You guys can. Are you guys all going to try to come up with some disguises?
Yes.
Well,
I certainly am.
can everyone roll me? What would be a good thing for disguise?
Stealth?
Probably stealth. Well, there won't be a stealth check. You'll just be generally.
Survival? Depends what you're doing.
For disguising, I've got proficiency in
I'd say you
disguising.
can use your disguise kit proficiency for that.
Another +2, nice.
I think maybe everyone else.
+3.
Yeah, so what am I rolling, and then do I get an extra +3? I don't really understand that.
So with the
trying
kits, they explain it a bit more with 1D&D, which is possibly a good frame of reference. It's like you associate, just like with these skills, you associate one of the primary stats with it. So
'Cause it's
disguise
really-
kit would
yeah.
be dexterity.
Because it's really
probably.
confusing.
And then if you're proficient, you get.
Because if you're
proficiency
proficient
on
in
top of it.
thieves' tools, it's like you add your sleight of hand and you add your proficiency on top of that. So
I'm just going to say sleight of hand for everyone, but you'll be proficient, and it will be like dexterity, so you'll just be proficient in it.
Well, I'm already proficient, so I'm a double proficient.
Just singly proficient.
So there's no point of being proficient in the disguise kit if I'm proficient in.
I'll give you advantage because you've got the stuff for this.
11. That is my most rolled number of the day.
That's 13.
11, 13.
12.
15.
Ooh.
Okay, so everyone here is above a 10. Okay, that's all I wanted. Okay, you guys have gotten some different things you've managed to pull together here of
Some
just
rocks
different
in my
amounts,
pockets
rocks,
or-
moss, makeup. You guys have all got some sort of stuff, and then also he's managed to put some like twigs in his hair. Or something. Actually, maybe he kind of rubs his hands together and casts like a spell on himself. Kind of like it's a little sprinkle of like some kind of like rock, and he kind of like darkens and kind of like almost like he's gone become more transparent or something. There's an old trick. Unfortunately, I only cast it myself. Damn it! I thought cast it on all you guys. Are we all feeling a little bit more sneaky now?
I am one with nature.
You do look like
Not
it.
very believably.
With all that moss in your ears and hair.
I don't think it's possible for you to look natural, Cashew.
It's a fair observation.
It's about 2 hours to the 2-3 hours to the entrance. If it's still there. Last I heard, it had been a big collapse, but there should still be ways in.
Okay, well, we can keep low and slow and just keep...
And quiet.
And quiet and really keep aware of our surroundings. It should be okay. If it looks like anyone will get in trouble, I'll just do a little hum and work some magic, and that might help you. You could say that if in doubt, then I will inspire you if we get into trouble. Bardically.
Okay, what's the plan then? We think we can just, not much of a tree line or anything here, it's just, in fact, yeah, because it's as you get closer to the mountain and you start to get more of an incline, it starts to get a bit more, like frosty. There's no snow here, but it's quite cold, and you do see like almost like little fractal patterns, or like of like ice in the.
Who's the most silent?
Or silent.
And the most aware?
I mean,
Wow.
I'm technically proficient in both stealth and perception.
Wow.
So possibly me, but
Yeah, how do you describe that?
well, I don't know. It depends about the others, but I do not have difficulty walking without disturbing my surroundings.
Okay, Khas, lead the way. Thrash, quiet? Quiet.
Low.
No, slow. After Khas, follow Khas. You can fly. Can you fly?
Flying is not a quiet activity.
I can glide, but even then I'd have to take this armor off, and I'm not going to do that with a big old flap thing around.
Well, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Heavy armor, it's chamber.
Oh dear.
Okay, you go in the middle. What is Ironhand wearing though?
Clank, clank,
As long as I can give direction somewhere. He's not wearing. He's wearing like his leather stuff, like his leather apron. It's like very hard hide armor, but so he's not loud at all. Doesn't actually have much metal on him apart from tools.
In fairness, I don't have. I'm wearing scale mail, which also gives me disadvantage on stuff.
Oh no.
One day I'd like to get a breastplate, which does not give disadvantage on stealth. But
Well, I've got leather armor, so I
Thing
think
to say.
I'm alright.
Yeah,
My stealth's not too bad because I can do my jack of all trades with it.
All right. I'll direct you, Khas, and you. I'll give you a little. What would he be? So an orange for his ginger beard.
I have that song from Hades Town, and you got to keep your head low.
Yeah. Way down under the ground. Or something like that.
Low, keep your
think
head,
Khas
keep
is
your
in
head
the-
low.
Oh, that one. Oh, you gotta
keep your head low if you want to keep your head.
And then what's the face comes in. Sorry.
Roll me stealth checks. Everyone with advantage, apart from the two people who have heavy armor. That's just a normal roll.
Okay, fair.
So what? So I have leather armor, so I get advantage.
Yes.
Oh dear. 10.
9.
10.
6.
9 with advantage! Oh my god!
I rolled a 3 and a 6.
But you got.
I rolled a 5 and an 8, so
Oh
10.
gosh.
I rolled just
10.
a straight 5, so 10.
10, 10,
6.
9.
10, 6, 9. Oh my god.
It's a bit
Not
early
done a- we
still.
have
We're
not done a
fighting, we're
collectively good
shaking.
job.
we're-
He's shaking, all the metal's just going.
As you guys like trek on the way, the armor does seem to be clinking around, and there's a bit of noise. You guys are almost making more noise than you usually do. It seems you guys are all kind of
It's
scared.
like when you're like at a
unconscious.
sleepover and you're like shh, and then everyone's like shh, and no one can stay silent.
Everyone keeps shushing each other. Shh. No, be quiet, be quiet. What do I have to show about being quiet? I mean, sorry. What do you have to show about? Be quiet.
No, keep your head low.
Yeah, I'm finding that. We're listening to that.
And as you guys are heading along, you hear some like
swooping around, but it's all kind of... Give me perception checks, you guys.
Oh, that I can crit on.
6.
That's 24.
So another 10.
5.
I mean, it's not bad for having rolled a 3, but
Okay.
10.
You two are so conscious of your armor, it's distracting you. But I think the 16 or whatever, and the 24. In the 16, you can hear the kind of moving of the wings, and you can't tell where it is. It doesn't sound close. With the 24, though, you can spot over in the distance, on the other side, like right around the corner of the mountain. You can see this large flapping creature. And then as the light's starting to filter in, you can kind of see it glinting off like white scales. But it's still quite far away, and so you feel like, okay, it's not right near us right now. But it is heading towards vaguely this direction.
So it is coming towards us.
Not necessarily towards you, but it's coming closer.
And here's our backing music. It's the sound of our armor. Stomp, 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 stomp.
What's this from?
Music
Time.
called Hades Time. That is what we're trying to do.
So I don't know how to communicate that without making noise. Do I know anything about, now that I can see it's a white dragon, do I know anything about white dragons?
Give me another nature check. I want to see if you know anything specifically about one.
Oh,
Yes.
19. Fuck the stealth roll, but 19 on nature.
Have you got that charger?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, white dragons. You the 19. You know they're the most animalistic of dragons.
Oh,
They're
great. Not going to get much
vicious-
diplomacy out of them.
vicious,
I
cruel.
was just hoping to hear the words friendly, helpful. No.
No, these are not metallic dragons. Metallic dragons can be very friendly. But chromatic are not to be trusted. They are all evil chromatic dragons. And yeah, these white dragons, they tend to be driven by hunger and greed. They're primal and vengeful. They're hunters.
All good words
They
to
have
hear.
extraordinary memories, but avoid all others, even dragons of their own kind. Again, 19 is pretty good, so they tend to be around cold areas, as that's like mountain holes and
that
stuff.
made things warm.
I thought it was really funny that I rolled that, because I thought that would actually be potentially useful later on. But so, these are not creatures to bargain with. Unlike other dragons, you might be able to, even if it was like another type of chromatic dragon, you might be able to bargain with them, like a green dragon you could bargain with.
We just gotta keep our heads
Keep
low.
going, yeah.
Whites are
low.
the most animalistic of dragons.
Keep going.
Clang.
Can I walk and still watch this dragon going?
Yeah.
Can I keep focused on it?
You can see it's starting to get closer, and you worry that if it gets much closer, it's going to be able to get an audible range of all the clanking.
So if we're all standing in a line,
Yeah.
if I've got 10 feet that I can cast out a sound, I can't even cover all of our sounds.
If we all,
Unless you say something.
yeah, you
move
can sort
together.
of have us do this.
Yeah.
And also, that 5-foot tile you take up in fighting, you guys can huddle together and fit in a single tile if you really wanted to.
Oh.
Because what I was going to say is I might, if I see it coming closer, I might kind of sort of bring us together, and I might kind of try and, because I'm assuming if we're high up and it's cold, is it windy?
Yeah, there's starting to get quite some gusts of wind coming down.
I might kind of try and make a loud, with my prestidigitation.
Pressed digits.
Prestidigitation. I might try and make a wind sound that like keeps that sounds like the wind, but just making it louder. Like
I might realise what you're doing, and also I can do the same thing with thaumaturgy. We can both can add to.
So it's the same sound
Pixie's
that's surrounding
effect.
us. It's just like a little bit thicker around us to mask any other sounds. Not too loud, like not like howling just in this one space. Just like matching. But that's where the music thing comes in. I'm just going to match the pitch of the wind.
Okay, I'll let you guys re-roll. Actually, because it's affecting everyone. Sure. Give me. I'm thinking like a spellcasting stat, probably. Spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
To roll that. So whatever your spellcasting modifier is, so proficiency plus whatever you spellcast with.
For.
It's like a spell attack bonus, or is it?
So if you're like wisdom caster, it'd be wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's good. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And if you, it's charisma, isn't it? So just roll.
Roll and add that.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. Well, I got a 25 that time. However,
pretty good.
I got an 8.
Okay. I didn't see anything. So an 8 and 25. I'm thinking you start to make your.
What is the average at?
I'd say there's kind of like, your sound kind of doesn't quite sound like the howling of wind. It sounds more like
wind chimes.
But I think with your 25, you're able to quite get a nice gust of wind sound, nice howl, that kind of is loud enough to cover the wind chimes.
It was a good idea. The dice fucked me over.
It was a very good idea. I hadn't thought of it.
That is a good idea, and I want to reward that.
Thank you.
And you kind of see the rank kind of heads into earshot. I think it's not looking in a direction. Doesn't seem to be reacting to as it kind of flies overhead quite high up.
Well, this is sort of genuinely terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Up a mountain in the cold, trying to sneak past a dragon.
Constitution saving throws. I just want to see how well you're dealing with the cold as it keeps getting colder as you go up.
So that's a good time to point out that I am dead and have no body temperature.
So you're fine. You automatically succeed.
I mean, you can make me roll anyway for like.
I'm not going to roll big dice. Going to roll the small dice.
You're just getting stiff muscles or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think I can still suffer the effects.
15.
Yeah.
I can suffer the physical effects of cold, but I won't suffer any kind of like emotional or sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't shiver, but I can see my limbs getting slower. Anyway, sorry, I didn't want to try to be arguing myself out of having to do stuff. And as it happens, I've rolled a 21. So
15, 21, 18.
I feel like
shows just how much Khas does not care.
I feel like Pixie, for the occasion, has brought out some sort of fur cloak and out of her little costume bag. It might like
got everything ready.
Like an ermine.
It's the bag of holding of just all kind of costumes and whatever
clothes.
you might need.
There's nothing useful in there, just clothes. But she has got a little cape.
Oh,
so she's been like
with animated flames on them.
No, but she's been in her little cloak. That's how she's, and also it covers up her sequins. Or it covers it up. Or it covers it up where they can like catch the light. This is what I'm thinking of the disguising. It catches the light a bit, so it kind of looks like snow, but then also it is covered up as well, so it looks like rock.
Yeah, I'll say that you're able to keep yourself somewhat warm. I mean, it's a bit, your hands are a little bit chilly, but you're fine otherwise. 18. If you give me a Constitution saving throw.
What have you done?
The dragon, we disturbed the dragon and it blew cold breath on us.
That is not what happened. We just need to see how
you
chilly we
rolling
are.
for cold.
Okay, well I have resistance to cold damage. I don't know what that means. But...
Oh, I'll give you advantage then.
Oh dear.
Excellent. That's a jolly good thing.
Okay.
Plus your con will be big, won't it?
Constitution saving throw.
13.
Are you
And in
proficient in
fact, you're
that?
proficient in it, so it's +5.
Yeah.
15.
You guys are all fine then.
Wait.
15,
We're all
15,
hunched together.
18,
21.
21.
Khas just hasn't even noticed it's cold on this occasion.
Yeah. Doesn't bother you at all.
I mean, he might be starting to sort of get frostbitey bits on the end of his fingers, but
in your guys' like low stealth modes, you know, I feel like if everyone's ever done that, like it kills your muscles just staying low because you're having to bend your legs up.
It's probably keeping us helping us keep warm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you keep them warm as you're kind of sneaking along.
It must be harder to sneak if you're cold because your joints are going to seize up.
Well, you guys are keeping warm, so
yeah.
it's all right.
Fortunately, we're the warm stealth party.
Yeah, my ermine cloak is.
So while this wind, cold, icing, howling wind is coming by, you guys are able to keep warm, keep moving, manage to dodge this swoop of the dragon. It seems. I think we're getting there. Should it's kind of looking at different kind of rocks around. It's like, actually, that's granite, but this should be. No, it's got to be where the.
Khas is sort of following what he's looking at and being like, "That is a rock, and this is another rock."
Khas, shut up.
Oh no, that's like really old granite. That's probably come out of as these mountains formed. That was probably formed as like a volcano or something. I don't know.
We
rock
don't
stuff.
need the geology lesson. Can you just please?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. And you guys carry sneaking on. Oh, I think they might be up there actually. I think we're really close. Can you give me perception checks?
By the way, it's not you. I didn't sleep so well last night.
I didn't either. That's why my brain's been
entire lesson. This entire session just yawning away, but it's really not the session.
My brain's been really scrambled
sleep
today.
alive, that's so weird.
I'll be finishing up soon, anyways.
That's a 9 for me.
What was this again?
Perception.
9, 18.
That's a 9 from me.
9, 18.
8.
9, 9, 8, 18. Okay. So, in your little turtle squad here, you look like Romans with like the
shields.
turtle formation.
Fact.
Everyone else is like looking around for the dragon or something. And you're looking ahead and you can see where Ironhand is pointing. There seems to be like, in the kind of cliff face of this mountain, there's this kind of, you can kind of tell it's like an ornate kind of like stone kind of room with this large entrance, like massive stone doors. But there's so many rocks that have crumbled down and have filled it in. You can barely tell that the nice border's there. There does seem to be gaps around. You can see ways you can make your way in. The boulders are quite large and porous. But otherwise, the entrance has been mostly filled up. But you can't tell from this far away. But it looks like massive. Like this could be like a 50-foot tall kind of, doorway. That's just, really large.
But we've not any gaps that we can actually get through.
There looks like there's some gaps, some small enough gaps that you guys could get through.
Even a 9-foot tall.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not completely sealed. There's
basically a sort of
porous
person-sized gap as far as
so
Gideon's concerned.
We've got to a point basically where we could run and hide somewhere.
Not yet. You see it up ahead.
Okay.
It looks like maybe another 10-minute walk or something. But
where's the dragon? Is it still?
With that roll, I imagine everyone else is kind of looking for it, but I would say, actually, could everyone roll perception again for that? Also, there's 2 separate rolls.
Dirty 20.
11.
Okay. I'm going to say you're too focused on that to know where the dragon is.
12.
5.
Okay, only Khas notices. He's really looking around. He's got a lock on it, and it's been kind of turning around, and it's kind of like ears are pricked up. It's really hard to tell because it's quite hard, but it's starting to lower down and near you guys. Can you roll me stealth checks, the same as previous? So advantage unless you have funny.
So I'm kind of imagining, when you get like a pigeon in the road
So
and
you're
you're
you
driving it and it just like doesn't get out of the way in the road. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Like, what?
You can see you approaching me like, what? Why don't you just leave me alone?
Are we still rolling stealth or are we rolling
stealth?
Thinking proficiencies.
Stealth for this.
Okay.
15.
Dirty 20.
Thank you, advantage. That is dirty 20.
17.
Oh, yes,
Then
team.
Nice.
Team,
Ironhand?
we are. Oh, God.
I'm not going to put you guys up to the whim of him, but I mean, well, he rolled fine anyways. He points are like, all right, well, we need to get through this up ahead. But we'll have to see whether everyone can fit through. We might need to move some rocks here.
Hole.
Yeah, there's some holes, but we'll have to see. It's going to be a bit hard to get through, probably. I don't know. Let's see we'll get closer. As you guys head closer, you can start to see that there are some holes. They're all fairly tight. It does look like you're going to have to be moving some stuff a little bit to get through.
It's not a stealthy sounding action.
Well, he kind of pulls out a pickaxe. He's like, well, I don't really want to start hitting rocks. How are we going to get through here? I mean, we can fit through a little bit, but that's tight.
Dear, my particular brand of magic is not shouting any answers to me right now. Well, unless we just sort of.
Can we move it by hand? Like,
yeah.
Could we do a kind of like passing it down a line?
A lot of the large bodies won't be able to move, but there are smaller rocks that are filling in some of the gaps that you could probably pull out.
How heavy would they be?
It depends on the size of the rock, but some would be fairly heavy in the rocks after all. Unless you have like tools that'll make it easier.
No, is it worth? Oh, the trouble is the range. It's 30 feet.
I brought a spare pickaxe, but I'm just conscious of the sound. I have two. And the dragon's quite far away. We could just make a break for it. I don't know.
I was going to say, if how solid does the sort of, like if you look at like say the biggest hole Thrash as is and carried it, I don't know, Thrash, if you, do you think you could have run through hole?
Squeeze through hole.
No, run. Smash hole.
No.
Oh. Okay.
We might just have to make a run for it. We need a distraction.
We do, don't we? Not sure what.
Oh, I don't know. I had a danger sense.
I've got a long.
I'll just give you a very crappy visualization.
I don't have that. Oh, and I've got some ranges here. The only thing I've got with range does damage. It's not a distraction. That's like getting its attention.
Yeah, I've got like an precipitation. I don't really have anything.
I mean, yeah, I've got a few things that are sort of all or nothing. I've got blindness / deafness. I could cast deafness on the dragon, but I think it would have to be close enough for me to do that it could probably smell us anyway. And I could cast blindness on the dragon, but again, if I do that, it's probably close enough to be able to hear and or smell us. And if it makes the save, then it's definitely going to be aware of us. So that seems like a bad idea.
I think our only option is to just like get through it.
Okay, we stay in stealth mode up to the thing, or do we run? Okay, so yeah, set our options. So we run at the thing, which probably is more likely to make the dragon aware of us, but we get there more quickly and start bashing through it as quickly as possible. Or we try and stealth it up to the thing, which might mean that the dragon doesn't see us, but it might give it longer to notice us. So it might work out the same anyway. Either way, we're going to have to get to the thing and start making noise.
Can anyone else... I have Misty Step. Does anyone else have something like that? You guys want your one? Because I'm like, could I go and cause a distraction and then get out of the way quickly?
What's the range on Misty Step?
30 feet.
Can we get the quietest people to go and move some boulders whilst the noisy ones stay still?
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh.
Who's the best at being quiet? Which two of us are the best at
That
keeping
might be
quiet?
me, actually.
Okay.
Ironically.
One.
The two people with the advantage, I suppose.
Yeah, so okay, so me
Compared to
and
two people with
But then I
advantage.
do have a -1 strength, so.
I feel like I should go and try and move some boulders.
Okay, you two go and move some boulders,
Mm-hmm.
and Team Shield Wall will hold position, and I will possibly, if the dragon starts actually getting close to us, like close enough to sort of try and distract it, I'll maybe try and use a thaumaturgy to make it look at something 30 feet away, and if it still spots us, then maybe I'll just try and blind it. And then we pray, and there's a hole for us to run to.
Well, at least be good drinks. We get back to the inn. Oh, gosh, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's start moving some rocks.
What do you want me doing here? I can help move rocks. It's my thing.
He's quite
That is your
quiet as
thing.
well, so
Let's do
okay,
it.
yeah, no.
Go.
This thematically seems about right. Shield wall stays in place. Hopefully draws. Actually, we will actively try and draw attention if we see that it's drawing attention to these people.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. Gideon does not agree to that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Gideon is a fearless little pigeon. He's plucky. He'll be fine.
Aw.
It's just a dove after all. It should be fine.
I'm still a fuss about it.
Just starts squaring up like, oh wait, chest out.
Ready, run.
Go.
We're
Go,
gonna
my
go. We're
friends.
gonna run. We're
Run.
gonna
He
start moving
says
rocks.
under his voice.
So are we all gonna go for the same spot to try and get one big?
I think I'm going to put us into initiative just to figure out how this goes.
Okay.
Cool. Here
So
we
you're all
go.
wrong initiative.
That's a nice 10.
That is a 9.
That's 10.
I've just taken my contacts out so I can't see anything.
Your initiative is +2,
Thank you. Where are you seeing that? Oh, up here. Okay.
so you've got 50.
15.
15 Thrash. Gideon.
19.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice.
And what is the... Okay. Where's the stats? There's the stats. Cool. And first it will be
The dragon.
Gideon.
Oh, Gideon, yay.
Who's what are you doing?
Gideon's job really at the minute is to stand very, very still. But he is going to have a good look around and just see if he can gauge how this is all going. What's the dragon doing? What's its behaviour like at the minute? So that's its priority. Should I roll perception for that, do you think?
Yeah, you can give me perception.
Oh dear.
It's gone about as well as they usually do for him. It's a 5.
It's
Gideon is vaguely aware that there's a dragon.
Still thinks it's a dumb, actually.
Yeah. Where's this dragon that
He's still not, as a result, he's not that scared. But
yeah, you can with a 5, you're probably just aware that it's around. The howling of the wind means you can't really tell exactly. It's kind of gone out of eyesight, and you're trying to re-pick up where it is. You're not exactly sure, but it had swooped over recently. You know it's around. You're just not able to really pinpoint where it's gone at this moment.
at the minute, all Gideon's going to do is try and stand firm with his shield ready for anything. And he's going to give Khas an encouraging pat on the back.
Cool.
Khas, we're going to be all right.
We'll say we'll actually make these tiles. These are 5 feet each or something. Then I don't know where you guys.
I don't like the fact that we're being taken further and further away
No,
from
no,
the
no.
safety. It's like,
You
what?
decide where you are, but if these are 5 feet and that's the wall, if you just give me an idea of where you're going to be.
Okay, I think you said that we were about 30 feet from the wall before, right? Did you?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, we should probably be 30 feet away from it.
Cool. We'll then go to Thrash.
So I've sprinted headfirst towards the rock wall. Have I gotten there? Am I there now?
Yes, I'd say you have gotten there.
Okay.
With 30 feet, you would move there.
That seems like a logical thing anyway. We would have got close enough that people thought they could get there quickly, which represented in game is 30 feet how far you move. So
he saw sort of some gaps earlier, so I think he's sizing up a gap and maybe just trying to pick up the most sensible looking rock that he can near the gap to try and pull it away.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
8 and 5, 13.
I said 85. I was like, holy moly.
Holy moly,
13.
It's the most awesome athletics check ever.
That's 13's okay. You kind of pick up a few. You're not really sure where to start. Thrash is big and strong, but you're like, there's so many different rocks. Where do you start? So it takes you a bit of a delayed onset before you decide. Okay, let's start with the big ones.
Thrash, hub, analysis, paralysis.
Which rock to pick up? So many. And you start to pull some out and kind of throw them behind you, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Then we'll move to Khas.
I'm also in team stand very quietly in the corner, making no sound and making no noise.
Pretending you don't exist.
And that's the one. Yes, thank you. That was the phrase I was looking for. Forgot the last bit of it. Yeah. I'm going to ready an action to prepare a cast of thaumaturgy to do the same scream as before, the Pixie scream, in the hope that the dragon will associate it with food, because that's what it got last time it heard that scream. And I'm prepared to cast that 30 feet to my left. No, actually maybe diagonally 30 feet, so it's sort of there. If the dragon, if I perceive that the dragon is flying towards us with intent, if that's is that a specific enough condition to give it?
That will do it for me.
Okay, cool.
Cool. We'll then move to Pixie.
This is a sort of out of a character question because I don't know how metal works. But I have heat metal as a spell. If I cast that on like Ironhand's tool, would it move rock faster? Would it slice through it?
It would. Well, you do what you think would make sense, and I know what the result would be. You do what you. So give me an intelligence check. Maybe I'd say that's just flat.
5.
Oh no! It's the greatest plan in the history of plans.
You think hot things go like a hot knife through butter is a saying. You've heard that. Surely it'll do better. Yeah.
Fuck it. She's going to try and do that. She's going to heat up Ironhand's pickaxe thing.
We'll say it's a wooden handle, just...
Crowning thing, yeah. He drops it in surprise and it makes a massive clang on the floor. Enter the dragon.
I don't know if it's going to work.
Great.
Pixie has decided that's what she's going to do.
If that's what you're doing,
So it's now going to glow red hot.
Move to him, to Ironhand.
He has iron hands, he'll be fine.
So you just made some glowing thing appear. And the dragon's trying to, when you're trying to be stealth.
He's got this it's a wooden handle, so he doesn't notice it immediately. But then he's like swinging. He's like, "Wow, why is this glowing? What is this?" And then he's like banging, and then his the front of the pickaxe is just sharp, kind of starts to flatten. It's like, "Is someone? Oh, that's hot. What happened?"
Yeah, like blackened half in butter. It's going to slash through the
Oh no! I hired you adventurers because you're good at dealing with dangerous situations, and you've just melted my pickaxe into a bucket.
Oh, is that bad?
Oh yeah, it's not. He's like it hits with it, just flattens more each time, and only somewhat chips the rock. I've basically got hitting it with a bunch of goo. I mean, throw water at the rocks. It'll work in 1,000 years. That's how rivers make gorges.
I think Pixie's kind of glazed over it again.
What have you done, woman? As his glowing pickaxe. I'm gonna end his turn. Let's see.
Like it. I'll just stop it.
Please do. As he's got a flattened sides.
Can I just drop that? 'Cause it's concentration, isn't it, or is that just BG?
I think it's concentration, so I think you can drop it. Let's see, what have I got here?
Although, yeah, having already bashed it, it's now dented.
Actually,
Never mind.
dirty 20. Okay.
That was funny.
So,
Who's worse at physics, Cat or Pixie?
can you two here give me stealth checks, depending on how stealthy you're trying to be, which I think is just flat rolls for you guys.
22.
16.
Okay, 16 would be okay. And you two at the backs, if you could give me, or who are at the wall, could you give me stealth checks with disadvantage? That's not a good sound.
That's a 6.
5 and 15. So 5 and 2, 7.
7 and
6.
6. Okay, so it seems.
Team distraction, need to make some noise, I think.
Can Khas and Gideon give me perception checks?
Oh. 15.
Goodness sake, Gideon, sit forward.
You're like, I'm always imagining your head going down in your armor. But I think Khas is able to see out kind of burst for some trees nearby. It kind of landed for a bit. There's not much, there's very sparsely populated vegetation and stuff around, but there are some off to your kind of like left as you're facing out, like far left. And it will kind of burst out and kind of like moving its head around, perking its ears up. And it seems to have been like it's heard something and it's starting to move around closer to you. It's not spotted you yet, but it's like starting to swoop overhead, much lower down.
Okay. I feel like now's not quite the time then, if it's not.
It's getting pretty close, but it's not quite spotted you yet. But you think it's only a matter of time with the kind of clanging.
I'm ready with
you.
that sounding a scream. Hoping that buys, a round of time.
We'll
maybe,
go up
who knows?
to top of initiative to Gideon.
Could just get completely ignored, of course.
I'm going to hold my nerve, just stand firm, and be as still as pigeonly possible. And that's it for now. I'm going to end my turn as simply ready for whatever happens next.
Yeah. We'll then go to Thrash, who's lifting boulders.
It's gonna look for a little bit of direction, I think, from Pixie and Ironhand, and kind of like, am I doing the right thing? Should I keep going? Like, what rock should I lift?
Oh yeah, you're the MVP of getting through this rock face currently.
So, just which one? And yes,
More.
it just keeps going.
Give me another athletics check.
Yes.
Okay, 5 and 17, 22.
22, that's very good. As you start to, all right, you've got a plan now. You kind of put it into way of thinking, big club, little club, big rock, small rock,
Purple pots.
You start off with the big rocks here, and then you start, pulling out all the, I don't know if anyone else has taken the other pickaxe. That hasn't been turned into a little stump.
We didn't take it. We
Yeah, but you're saying you took it, or you didn't?
No one gave it to me.
You're just grabbing it all out,
Yeah.
and you've managed to make quite a dent in this gap here. You think, like, just a little more, and someone will be able to fit through now. So you're feeling pretty good about that. We'll then go to. Who's next? There's Khas. You see this dragon kind of swooping any second now. It's going to see you. You just know it.
Right, now's the time then. Yeah, let's create this Operation Distraction. We'll have a scream 30 feet away from us.
Cool.
Diagonally in front.
As it plays, its head kind of snaps down, and here's this sound. It's kind of confused again, hearing this scream. you're going to see it starting to salivate. The odd, you kind of see a few like drops of liquid land near.
Don't want to get drunk.
Gloppy gloop saliva, and it's going to circle around and kind of land. But not yet. But it's circling around.
To land.
We'll go to Pixie.
So Pixie knows that she is not a rock-moving kind of person. And she tried to help and just got yelled at. So she's like not quite sure what to do. But she sees that, Thrash is just doing an amazing job at this. And like it keeps looking at her and just like doing the right thing. So she decides to formally do this. And she's going to cast Bless on Thrash and Ironhand. And I get 3, don't I?
Yeah, you get 3.
Maybe herself.
Fair enough.
That's good.
But that would give them bonuses to saving throws and attack rolls.
Yeah. That's what it means. Is it not give it to throws in general though?
No, just saving throws and attack rolls.
Maybe not that then. Ugh.
I mean, you can chuck some bardic inspiration out.
That's true.
That's bonus action.
Well, I can do that. But I can do bonus action bardic inspiration. I'll inspire Thrash. So, when you roll, if you don't roll well, you can add a d6. Yeah, that's right. Bless doesn't do. Only just saving throws. Okay,
like
crap that then. Yeah, it's kind of thinking almost like guidance, aren't I? Which I don't have. In that case, it's gonna have to just be humming a little tune quietly, but humming a little tune to inspire Thrash, and in time with the music, try and move some rocks.
Cool.
Right.
You can try rock some music. Rocks. Give me athletics.
To be fair, because it's a skill, at least it's not negative.
Well, you're not
15.
You're not going to make it any worse. Yeah, 15 is pretty good. As you kind of pick up a few that you think will kind of fit.
Very good.
You can always I found it useful to because they can spin.
Okay.
So you can actually
yeah, that is kind of neat. You can go to it.
You can clip it onto something and then have it point directly into you.
That feels more secure. Nice.
So you kind of look at these few rocks and think, actually, I don't really want to get my hands on it, but you kind of see there's maybe one little rock that's holding them all up. You think, if I just pull that one out, and you pull that out, and all the rest tumble down and make a nice
noise,
yeah.
noise, but entrance starts to form there as well. And Ironhand goes like, "Oh, you got the idea there. Let's." Rolls a nat 1. He tries to see if he can fit in, but just gets kind of stuck a bit.
It's like Winnie the Pooh trying to get in the house.
That looks like a nice hole. Let me fill that.
And he was pull himself out, and he's like, no, not good enough yet. Need to get more. We'll then go to the dragon, which will finally swoop and with a big thump land. There's kind of the ground shakes a bit underneath everyone's feet. It's breath you can almost smell from this far away. I don't have any white dice actually to show this, so we'll just we'll go with some yellow ones. How big are they? Large. But just to say, it's roughly that big. And it kind of swoops around its head, roars at you. It's kind of, again, saliva dripping as it sees all these nice packaged meats here. And it's kind of snapping at its jaws a bit. Starts to kind of circle around. Again, each step leaving tremors through the earth. And just as I'll say, because it's now 10:30, I don't know how we want to call this. To leave it a cliffhanger for next time, or just
Is it going to be us next time, though?
Yeah, that's the issue.
Cliffhanger. I'm sort of in favour of resolving the cliffhanger.
I feel like we need to try and get in this,
It probably would take maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Cool. And it's almost like looking for an angle of attack, eyeing you up, its speedy eyes jumping around. We'll then go to top of initiative, which is Gideon. You see this monstrous beast in front of you. Giant, absolutely. You've never seen something so huge before. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Brown trousers, technically.
13.
I'm gonna say you're just about holding fast here. Like, this is really terrifying, but you're kind of just about, something your brain is telling you to keep holding, holding it up. Keep the formation. I'm sure everything will be fine. What are you gonna do?
This is not a cowardly act, but Gideon is mindful that his movement speed is only 25 feet.
Yeah, fair.
And he's going to move slightly back.
Yeah, that's fair. You want to be within range of getting through that thing.
Although Khas, you do see him kind of salute backwards. Get him, Khas! Yeah, you can do it. Slap on the back.
He's going to leave it at that for now. He's not going to antagonize it.
You don't want to start it.
Yeah. Thrash.
Okay, so do I have advantage or anything with Pixie? What does she do for me?
She's giving you inspiration, so you have a D8 that you can roll to add to any check or attack roll, I think.
So
yeah.
I have some javelins. Can I shove a javelin into like a hole between the rocks and then like hinge?
Ooh.
Nice.
That's smart. Give me an athletics check with a +2, and you can also roll your inspiration if you want it.
It's a D8, not a D6. Even better. This one. Your inspiration's a D8, right?
Yes, it's not a D6, it's a D8, thank you.
Nice. Ooh.
Right, so
Right,
that's
and this-
athletics.
Athletics, so +5.
5 plus 5 is 10, plus
Your
2
D8 rolls better
for
than
thing,
D20.
which is 12, plus 7 is 19.
19, okay, wow.
It's not bad for a 5 on a D20.
It's not bad.
Okay, 19, that is very good. You
Thanks for remembering the inspiration gone up.
Yes,
Yeah.
and well done for it, because my word, that's amazing.
You go to shove in one of your spears or your javelins,
Yeah.
and how does inspiration feel? Maybe you hear a story play in your mind of someone who...
Hum a little tune.
Yeah, you feel like, let's get on with this.
You're also sparkly.
Which will make anyone better at anything. And you're able to shove in your spear and push these rocks, and they all tumble down to... You kind of see like dust almost in the morning sunlight as this hole opens up, and you can see a way in, even for someone
There's a
of
way.
your height.
Wow, big hole.
Nice. Can I just yell, run?
Yes, absolutely.
And then I'm going straight in to save myself.
Yeah, good shout.
Wise.
In you go.
Cool. Nice. We'll then move to Khas.
So I want to distract this thing more. So I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon. And what's the most annoying thing for a dragon to face, do you think? I'm going to cast a big old maul. And it's, can I have a little pebble? I'm going to cast it behind the dragon, and I'm going to try and bop it, like, on its back. So,
No bum bop.
or a ball bop if it's a, kind of thing that'll get its attention, right?
Dragon balls. I heard if I collect those, I can get some special powers.
But yeah, we're just trying to. I mean, yeah. Actually, well, I don't know if it. Yeah, I can't tell, and there's not enough time to figure out if it's a boy dragon or not. But on the assumption that it is, and it's still painful anyway, I'm gonna summon a spiritual weapon behind it and try and smash it between.
Go for the balls.
Because what I want to do is for it to just get enraged and then want to see what the heck is hitting.
Yeah. Roll me for that.
So this will just be. I think it's a spiritual weapon does D8 of force, doesn't it? Plus
or roll to hit.
Sorry, yes, it has to actually attack, yeah. You're right. I should also use my spell attack modifier, which is nice. That's a 26.
That hits.
Right, yes. Take this, Dragon Balls, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know, that's a 5. I mean, it's going to be scratch damage, whatever it is, isn't it? But I can't even remember. Can someone come and look up spiritual weapon quickly?
I think it adds your spellcasting
modifier, okay.
Oh,
the raw thing, wisdom. So that'll be 9 force damage with a maul to 9. Possibly something tender. I mean, I don't think I can necessarily be that specific, but I'm certainly trying. And then I'm going to also retreat a bit so that I'm in range to run through the thing next time. I don't want to get too close because, breath weapons are a thing. I'll go here. I can always then just take a dash action. And the last thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it because it's a level spell. Shit. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay.
I was going to cast Sanctuary on him, Gideon, but I can't.
That would be nice.
So instead, I'm just going to be here. And, if it does want to get distracted by my spiritual maul, then it can try and attack me.
Cool. We'll then go to...
Or it
Pixie.
doesn't have to, it can do whatever it wants to do.
So obviously I've seen that there's a way in, and I'm excited about this, but I also, quickly turn around and see that Gideon and Kashi are still, being the distraction. And I don't really know how to help them.
Get yourself to safety.
Now, I'll tell you what, I will actually, this time I could bless, because you might need a saving throw if a dragon's about to attack you.
Yeah, I might.
And also, so I think I will bless you with my Fey Touch Bless. Oh, yay. So I'll bless you and Gideon and Ironhand, because it's not his turn yet. So I'll bless you and then run away.
Cool. Good shout.
Nice.
You would have to go through Thrash's hole.
1, 2, 3,
okay.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but still, you would get it.
Cool. I'm still in.
Nice. And then we'll go to Ironhand, who, also sees all this going on, and he's going to run to the entrance to try and filter you guys through. He's going to hold his action to, he's pulling some more rocks away to make it as big as he can for you guys. So he's basically holding his action to run through with you guys.
Cool.
It's like, I don't want to leave you guys yet. Quick, come. And we'll then go to the dragon, who has been eyeing up this brilliant morning snack, it's called itself, but sees some of them starts to disappear through the wall and seems to push forward faster. It was kind of playing with its food before, but now it's going in for the kill. It paces up closer around.
It can take an opportunity attack to the balls again then.
I forgot about this. No, let me react to that. I was like, I'll react to that on its turn, but I forgot about that. So let me react to that. I'm going to say it, so it smacks, you smack it right in the back, and it is going to roar and turn around and kind of swipe at this thing. out of reflex.
Yeah, take that, dragon. Balls.
I don't know what... Can this thing be hit or hurt?
Well, that's interesting because it can in Baldur's Gate, but not technically in D&D rules. It's like a spectral sort of thing.
Sorry, I just had it up.
Okay.
I would be entirely happy for you to attack it, but technically,
Well,
of course,
it will attack it. We'll see what it rolls. With
If it rolls well enough, I'm sure it can probably...
That's a
dissipate
22.
Yeah.
So whether or not it can be hit, it will at least know whether it can or can't.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So I think it can't be hurt. So I think it'll swipe through.
Yeah, no, it's
special thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll swipe through and kind of claw up huge amounts of like dirt and rock and fling
Nice.
them. And it kind of looks down and it's still there.
It still is there.
And it like
Buzzed
backs
a bit.
away from it and it kind of sees you and will
Oh, is yours going doing the blue flashy thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
we have blue flashiness.
Oh, that's interesting. It's fine. We're finishing soon. There's not really anything I can do about that, I don't think.
Did it only just start moving? I thought I had to go beep.
And actually, I don't think I can make an opportunity attack with it anyway because it doesn't have rules for it.
That is
Again,
true.
unlike in BG3, it's not an actual thing.
Yeah,
It's just
so it's
a
going to
effect.
move away and come towards you.
Hello.
And it's going to take a... it's going to try and do some things to Khas here.
I can do some things to Khas.
So, oof, that's a 26 to hit.
Give me guess that hits.
So let me get dice out for this.
Lots of dice.
Lots of dice. Well, I only have one of this because I don't tend to... Actually, I have two. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Cool. That's 9 slashing damage as it pulls down a ginormous claw. Its hand the size of, well, you. It's
Yeah.
you think your shield has only so much use here as it claws through it, leaving gouging marks in your shield, and kind of slashes through you a little bit. And then it's also gonna try to like pick you up and like throw you into its mouth almost. It's gonna try and take a bite at you. Oh my gosh, I'm just rolling crazy here.
Have we got that preservation pickle juice?
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. If it was 25 damage, you would have exactly killed me.
Well, don't worry, I didn't roll 25 damage. It just rolled
35.
14.
Okay.
As it pulls you up and tries to like bite you and chew on you, and part of like and it kind of, I don't know, how does it bite you but not end you here? Maybe kind of throws you around back and forth its mouth like a dog with a, and will toss you off 10 feet away, away from it.
What, into the pigeon, man?
Well, next to you'll come
okay.
crumpling down in front of him, and it kind of
Guess I'm prone then.
like licks the blood off its teeth, and you'll see this Gideon as it just kind of licks it all up.
Kaz's body just slamming
You
down
might have
next to you.
noticed now that there is a dragon in front of them.
Bounces a couple of times.
Suddenly like, oh my god, it's a dragon!
Guys!
And it'll
So dumb.
flutter its wings as it kind of craves this delicious taste.
I imagine that Khas tastes disgusting.
I don't think I would taste very well.
I think it would taste like
know what?
rotting flesh.
You're probably true. It might like even spit out the blood instead and see.
Oh, how insulting.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. And we'll instead go and look at Gideon.
Sorry.
I think, a nice bird, that would be much tastier and it locks eyes. And we'll move closer, stomping closer and closer towards you. The ground shakes more and more as it gets but inches away and it roars up, ready to pounce on you. And we'll end its turn there. It will then go to
Gideon.
This thing's roaring and looming above you.
Sort of Gandalf style, I just want to look up
Only
like,
if-
run, you fool!
Only a fool looms above a luma. This is a free-range pigeon. I am gonna try. Can I?
There's a free-range pigeon.
Free-range
I run.
pigeon. Can I Am I in a position to try and drag Khas with me? Or
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can do
can.
that. It'll
what
slow
sort
your
of movement
though.
am I
It will be
looking at?
half movement to drag, but I'm gonna say unless you resist, that's
I'm not going to resist being dragged away from the dragon that just tried to eat
you can
me.
grapple freely, but it's going to be half movement.
Half movement. Okay, so that's not very fast. That's me.
Yeah, that.
So it's
However,
really just there.
oh yeah. However, well, you could drag me 10 foot, and then you could stop dragging me and move the remaining 5 foot, and then you could dash, and
That's
Yeah.
true.
get yourselves
5,
in. Like,
10.
yeah,
We're here.
you've certainly helped. In fact, you can take a small advantage of the kind of physics of this. You can drag us diagonally.
Because I was there, wasn't I? I was
Yeah,
just
2 there. So you
Yeah.
can go sort of there and there.
And then
Yeah.
we're still
Like, diagonals are kind of.
with our boy Ironhands over here. I'm not gonna dash through. I'm sticking with you, Khas.
Oh, I strongly advise you to go and run through this door.
Bang our blood.
I feel so guilty for just running like so many times.
No, that was the sensible thing to do.
I
I'm
was
sticking
very
with Khas.
scared.
It's a scary dragon. Speaking as one who's just been savaged by it.
Am I
Yeah.
able to help Khas back up, or have I sort of used everything by dragging him all this way?
You've used 20 of your movement feet. I don't know. Up to 10.
Yeah.
I would say you move 20 feet to move him there. And so you still have 10 foot left. So you could move an extra tile, or by yourself you could move 2 tiles. Can you give me a perception check though?
Yes.
It's a good one.
20. Dirty
20. You don't know anything about dragons,
No.
but you know that as it's looming up, and you can see from its mouth there seems to be like shards, like the air around seems to be freezing and turning to mist. You don't think about dragons, but that looks like something bad is about to happen, and you think you probably want to get out of here before whatever comes out of its mouth comes out of its mouth.
Run!
Gideon does really want to get out of here,
I will be fine.
but he's going to stand his ground.
It is just a flesh wound.
He's staying here and he's putting his shield up on Khas, and he's going to just pray for the best.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Yep. We're gonna have to kill people today. We'll see.
2 birds with one stone.
Okay. Yep. Whose turn is it now?
So you're not taking any more movement speed. You're stopping there.
I'm going to stay beside my friend.
Not even 5 foot.
You could drag him another 5 foot.
Come, well, I'll drag you another 5 foot. I'm staying beside you.
We'll then go to Thrash.
Thrash is deep in the mountain.
You've gone
Still running.
You're kind of pushing through. I would actually say, even though you guys have gone in that amount, it probably is difficult terrain to go through. You've already not gone.
So you're probably
Yeah,
the
you
other
guys
side
are
of the
probably not
hole.
that far. But you've kind of pushed through a lot of the rocks. And you've got through. And you've opened up into quite a dark-looking. Like some light's filtering through. It's hard to see around, but you can kind of make out some. Actually, give me a perception check. See how well you're seeing.
6.
Okay, you can probably not tell much in the darkness. You kind of see some shapes. You see like some sort of like rectangle. You can't figure out what it is, and some lines, but you can't really. It's too dark, and you think you need to get some light here somehow.
Okay. I've got a tinderbox and 10 torches.
Yeah,
So
if you're okay with fire. Some fire good.
well, yeah, some fire is okay. We've learnt. So I think I'm gonna light a torch. I'm probably peeking out of the hole, seeing the commotion.
Mhm.
And can I light one of my javelins
Ooh.
and throw it into the dragon's mouth, or at least try to?
You certainly can. Roll me an attack roll. You would have to like poke your head out a little bit,
Yeah.
but.
Ooh.
I try
Oh! You may have genuinely saved Gideon's life.
I had a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So roll me damage, but obviously it's a crit, so double your dice.
Right, 1d6 plus 3.
2d6.
What, do I have an attack bonus of 5?
No, that's just to hit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
roll the second d6 because it was a crit, so you get double dice. So you got 4 plus 2, 6, and then you add the 3. 9.
Because you were... Okay, so how much in total? Sorry?
9.
9.
9.
Cool. So as you... I'm going to say, because it's a crit, I'm thinking as it's opening up its mouth, you kind of come out and you see this...
It's
all
an
these like
epic
icicles forming and all these kind of... Like the air is freezing and like glinting in mist. And you see its dangling tonsil. And you know a target when you see it, and you lob it and perfectly pierce its little wobbling.
Getting all its dangly
Tonsil.
bits.
And it roars in anger and pain, and you see more blood come out of its mouth, but this doesn't seem to be from Khas, who does look rather. Yes.
Oh, I've got like rents out of my legs and sort of around my torso where it's kind of grabbed me.
And it kind of like falls back as if it's the spear's like still, the dragon's still in its.
Because I lit it on fire as well in my thoughts.
I know,
So,
it's like
that ice has
it's got this
a bit-
fire in its mouth. So great. We'll
Nice.
then move to who's next? Khas?
Me, I think. Okay, let's execute plan save the guy that won't save himself. I'm going to push myself to my feet with slightly laboured motions, but and I'm going to skedaddle into the hole. But I'm going to turn around and cast Thorn Whip on my own ally.
Oh.
Basically, I'm pulled myself to sort of through this wall of safety, but I'm going to turn around and lash out my viney whip to try and basically lasso you backwards.
So is this
to the
attack
thing.
roll?
This is an attack roll.
Are you gonna allow this? I guess, are you standing still?
I'm standing still.
I'll give you advantage on this because I think
It's not
of the
fire.
situation.
23. You'll have to tell me if that beats your armor, but I'm guessing it does because that's
18,
18.
yeah.
So that is a hit. So I'm afraid you're going to take some damage. Sorry, like the vine, you sort of Khas gets up and disappears, and then you turn to look where he's coming from just to see him like lash this thing at you.
It kills Gideon.
It wraps around. Yeah, let's go. It wraps around your legs and ankles, and it's painful. The thorns on the vines wrap around to it. Bite into your flesh. I'm afraid it does 8 piercing damage to you.
Bad day. Bad day.
However, what Khas will do then is yank with a motion and drag you 10 foot towards into the sort of shelter of this
Ironhand
where
will,
the hole
seeing
is.
this, will have come in as well because that was his kind of.
Cool. And the last thing I'm going to do, since that was a cantrip, is I'm now going to cast Sanctuary. So as you get dragged by your feet kind of into this thing, there's a sort of you're dragged into the sort of gap between the thing and it just to see a sort of yellow shimmer sort of appear-ish. I don't know what the sanctuary sort of looks like really.
However you want to describe it.
That's true actually. He's a cleric of death, isn't he? So I guess his sanctuary is actually just going to make him look dead.
Oh, good.
You just see as Khas just kills Gideon.
Apparently.
Although you are dragging flailing probably.
Flapping your wings.
So yeah, that's that. That's about as much as I can try and do to protect Gideon, I think, /hope.
We'll then go to...
Also, sorry for the thorny valley.
So we're
Everyone's
all
pulled inside, running in.
So we're all crowded in this entrance. How far is Dragon away from us?
You're not sure because you can't see out the
It's
front.
quite a lot of bodies
Is there
in the
anywhere
way
to?
now.
Can I see out?
you can't see out with all the bodies in the way.
I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it because I don't think I can because I need to see.
Oh, sorry. Also on my move, can I go and try and hit the dragon in the back again?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, this is pointlessness, really.
Can it be 30 feet away from you, actually? Like more than 30 feet?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think it can't go further than that, but I could be wrong.
Its range is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're fine then.
Up to 20 feet.
20 feet and repeat the attack against a
Creature within 5 feet of it.
I think I missed out on an 8. So that's a 15, but...
Yeah, that 15 doesn't hit.
So, fair enough.
Where did you add your bless? Oh no, that wasn't the weapon though, was it? That was you. It's blessed.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's me that's blessed, not the weapon, I think. But even then, even if we roll a bless, does a 17 hit?
A 17 would just hit.
Well, I don't think it will, because I think blessed is for Khas.
I think it still works because you're the one using it.
Oh, well then great.
Go ahead.
Let's have another little bollock tap. Oh! That is 11 damage to probably not that, to be honest, given the dragon sort of moved around or whatever. But, just give us a whack on the tail. Spiritual maul. Anyway, sorry, back to you, Pixie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of hoping like it's gonna go away. Like we're in here, and is the hole big enough that a dragon's jaws can get in it?
You don't know, but if your strength moved those, well, give me an intelligence check.
Yeah,
because this went so fucking well last time.
We might not be. Oh, 17.
I think I've got straight intelligence 17.
You would think if you could move those boulders, something of that size could move like some really heavy weights, and you just get this niggling feeling that depending on how hungry it is, you might need to go further than this. You feel like you get a bad feeling. This is not quite the end.
Yeah, as much as I want to stick around with my pals and all go together, I think I need to dash further into this kind of cave, these rocks, which is what I'm going to do. But before I go, I will cast Healing Word on Khas. I might even upcast it.
Thank you.
No, I will. I'm going to upcast it all the way to level 3 because I don't really have any level 3 spells.
So that's as far as Pixie can go.
Okay.
There you go.
Great. So what's a level 3 healing word?
Good question.
So that's
3d4.
I think it's 3d4 plus that. Yeah, hold on.
3d4 plus.
Sounds plausible. Here's some d4s.
Healing Word.
My die.
Okay, Healing Word.
Yeah, that thing has taken chunks out of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you need to heal it.
I'm really not doing very well.
Like if rock falls and you get bludgeoned, like you could go unconscious. So,
yeah, it could be
1d4 plus. So 3d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which I think is 7.
It'll be the. It won't include the proficiency.
Oh, one so it's 4.
That is 4. This die is at the top,
4,
and these are at the bottom. 7, 9. That's 4. It's 13.
13.
That's nice.
That
is a chunk of healing.
Yeah.
I am very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Before she runs away.
Your words are bolstering my resolve, Pixie.
Ironhand, if that's all, Ironhand will move kind of further in and kind of be looking around like, where's maybe some light around here or something.
It's barely helpful.
What a loser.
He's like cried about his pickaxe.
I'm just trying to help, guys.
He's fiddling around with all his stuff and pulls out a torch and tries to light it and starts to get a few sparks off. And it starts to light up as he holds it up to kind of show the room. But as that is happening, I will go to the dragon, and you guys suddenly feel a bit safer as soon as you get past that precipice there, past that kind of hole, and you see this room light up, and you think, oh, okay. You kind of see, it's like the room's not super large. Trying to draw from all over here. Oh, sorry. We just move it a little bit closer. but here it will go off this way.
Okay. So
but
he's found the thing.
as you're looking around, there seems to be like a big drop-off point here. Like it just seems to go dark and it's like off a cliff. But you see that the little bit that goes off, there seems to be kind of like tracks, and that large rectangular thing you saw earlier, there seems to be
Oh, nice. Little
like
cars.
some carts around. There's some
Classic
equipment,
minecart action.
and there's some equipment
Indiana
around.
Jones style.
As you look, like there's like random like pickaxes and things around. Everything's quite dusty around it. It hasn't been used for a long time. You see the minecart's pretty heavy and large. But as you guys might notice some of this, as like a quick look around, you kind of this emanating kind of frost kind of comes through the gap and starts to seep into all the rocks, and they all go completely icy, and like icicles start to form, blocking off that once entrance. You don't know where it is, but and then a few things of quiet, because you guys have moved in enough that all this ice doesn't seem to, like, it kind of stops in front of the nearest person to the front, these icicles. And suddenly, after 2 seconds, a claw comes through, smashing the icicles, trying to get in, and you feel all the rocks above moving and looming.
Run!
And starting to collapse. You guys hear almost rock tumbling around inside, and you don't feel safe. Going to top, and this will probably be the last round initiative, and we'll finish, I think, depending what you guys do, is...
Well, I know exactly what I want to do.
Gideon, you're top of initiative. I should say there's a couple of carts there.
A couple of carts.
Yeah.
Gideon has seen a couple of carts. Does he have time? He wants to have a quick look to think, if, say, someone were to jump in one of these carts, would it require a little bit of a push to get it going, or is it just probably going to start wheeling off? Does it look like it's on a bit of a decline or anything like that, or is it pretty solid in
They're in a
place?
little bit of a decline, but you see that they have these large kind of like handles coming out the side, which you probably figure out are brakes or something.
Perfect. Gideon is making a break for it.
Yes, Gideon.
Yeah, break for it, very good.
There we go. He's in. And that's his turn. He's done.
Cool. Then we'll go to Thrash.
Yeah, I mean, Thrash is not hanging around. He's hot on his heels.
Yeah, you're joining him in the car?
Jumping in the same car, yeah.
Cool.
Then yeah, Khas.
Yeah. Khas is going to hop in the rear one and get ready to release it.
And then Pixie.
Pixie's gonna, I suppose, which one's got more room?
Back
I'm
one.
gonna say the back one. I'm gonna get in that
Join
one.
your friend Khas.
Cool.
And there's no space for Ironhand.
Sorry, Ironhand, bye!
No.
Ironhand will, I will say actually the minecarts do have like backs to them, so someone could stand. There is room inside, but he's gonna jump probably and pull. He's kind of holding one of the torches. He's lit like another one. He's gonna pass one to Gideon, maybe.
I've still got one.
Oh, you still got one?
Oh yeah, you had one, didn't you?
Cool. He might pass his second one to whoever's at the front of the back car.
That's you, Khas.
It's me, okay.
Pass one to you, then he'll jump onto the back of, like, he's probably going to pull both the levers behind you guys and give you guys a push and jump onto the back.
Into the unknown. We go.
And you guys kind of move off, and going to the dragon's last turn, you... rock is just crumbling around you. The entrance, which already was mostly collapsed, more and more rock falls down and completely fills in the entrance as you just hear all the scrambling and the roaring at something that lost such a juicy snack. Seems very angry and disappointed. And you guys head down the path as rocks continue to fall around you, on top of you and behind you. And we'll end it there for the next people
Well, we're
to pick
gonna
up.
get
Phew.
stuck.
But surely
Well,
there's another end
Well,
to
yeah,
it.
I was going to say this can't be the only entrance to the mountain. That's not how adventures work. Maybe.
I love the idea of this, like other people just randomly appear. It's like, how did you get there?
Yeah. We had to like run away from a dragon to get it. Oh yeah, we just went in around this tourist entrance.
It's classic.
Have you seen the gift shop?
It's the classic film where there's like, oh, glad we're away from there, and people just stand up from out of the mine cart. It's like literally just, oh, I was just taking a nap.